Welcome to Nerd Church. We are back with a Friday, and a little bit. I whipped through last episode on my way back from Madison at like 2x speed, so I think I remember everything that happened. But some of the highlights: you traversed your way back to the cluster of monoliths in pursuit of Professor Sendak. Encountered some things along the way, and then upon arriving, returned the little tracking device to him, asking him to bring it back to the university at some point, but then engaged in a series of experiments that led to some pretty substantial lore dumping, both for Potom and Sendak's combined research with the help of your Were-Toucan friend, Samuel, where you sort of pulled the curtain back a little bit on some of what's going on with Potom's technology and the synergies with what's happening here. So as a reminder, it seems clear now that Potom's tech is powered by wayward souls that are being pulled in through sort of a pinhole portal from purgatory. And in particular, it seems that the way that is working in his Steel Defender is a little, maybe even different than other batteries. This largest and most successful battery, let's say, seems to have awakened something in the Steel Defender, which has allowed it to, in a very simplified way, communicate with Potom for the first time. Research is perhaps still to be done on that. At the same time, with similar connections to the experiment, Freya's sword has been clearly identified to be imbued with the spirit of Asmund Kimba, one of your famous ancestors. So everybody's at least pretty sure you're not insane, or
well, for that reason,
at least not for that reason. And I think the only other thing that came out of that little huddle up among the stone plinths was Air got a sense of, greater pull from the magic box, as you're now once again physically closer than ever to some source connected to the box itself.
Right.
And Potom successfully handed off a gold coin imbued with a tracking spell, which now rests in your money pouch, someday to potentially randomly make its way either into the box or the hands of a wayward merchant or a pickpocket, used as a tip at a tavern somewhere, who knows. I don't think Air tips, actually, so probably not.
Remain fairly positive.
I feel like
gold.
Air puts the money down to leave it, but before she leaves, she takes it with her. Pockets
Was
it.
that Goodfellas? Is that the where they argue about tipping in the opening scene, or is that what am I thinking?
No, that's Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. That's what it
Reservoir
is, yeah.
Dogs, yeah.
Yeah, they're stabbing the truck and
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Exocomp, more and more, and I guess I've been trying to do this narratively as we go along, but it has definitely taken on more of a sort of what we would recognize as a mech. I definitely imagined Ripley's thing at the end of Aliens, that she uses to fight the Queen. And Potom can fully ride inside the Exocomp now with a little bit of a cage around him.
Sweet.
So instead of acting autonomously, it is very clear that Potom is inside driving the Exocomp.
Awesome. I like that.
So yeah, that is just kind of as like we all go to sleep, and as we wake up, there's Potom working on the exocomp with things strapped to the arms, and he's got ideas for how this is going to go. So.
All right, I like it. The very end of our last session, in the morning over breakfast, Professor Sendak approached your party and basically asked you to leave. He's not in the most courteous way possible, because he is concerned, as you're now, it seems, being chased by packs of ghouls, and didn't want that kind of trouble around while he continues his research. And so he put to you the question, what are you doing next? It sounded like at the end of the last session, you had decided to head southwest to Kagayaku Coast, the glowing coast, and that you had decided to go the long way, avoiding Nantong. It's probably somewhere around a 12-day journey by cricket over land. And then then you'll have to find a boat in the fishing village of Quanshu to take you out to the reefs. Again, the alternative was to travel 4 days by cricket back to Nantong, and then a 2 to 3 day ocean voyage, which would bypass Quanshu. So 5 to 6 additional days of travel to avoid Nantong. And you can,
That's a lot of travel.
it's a lot of travel.
I had written it down wrong. I said 4 to 5 day journey by cricket to Quanshu and then grab a fishing charter and take 1 day to Kagayaku.
Yeah, I don't remember it being that long either, honestly, but I.
Yeah, in the recording, I said what you wrote down, but when I went back to look at the map,
Okay.
that doesn't make any sense. So
Okay.
I'm editing it.
Say the real time, what it actually is one more time. I
Yeah,
just wanna
so
change it.
by land, it's going to take you probably somewhere, it'll depend on your roles, but probably somewhere between 10 and 12 days by land to get to Quanshu. Now, I'll also say this is not an area you've ever crossed, so this is just based on the advice of people that you're talking to
Okay.
here in Teshiar.
Right.
You don't know what lies between you there, as none of you have ever traveled there. But to avoid, if you skip Nantong and don't go by boat, it's probably an extra somewhere between 4 and 6 days of travel. Again, it all depends on your roles.
Okay.
So the trade-off is time versus showing your face in Nantong.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, I don't feel good showing our face and tongue.
All right.
Yeah, probably not.
So with that, the day stretches before you, so you can pack up and roll out right away.
Let's do it.
We don't have to do any water travel if we do the 10 to 12 days to,
Not until you reach Quanshu,
and then,
and then it's
Okay.
just a day. You'll need to find a fisherman basically to take you out to the reefs,
gotcha.
and that's less than a day of travel. Okay, so we have a pretty significant overland journey.
Gluten-free?
Oh, Heath, gluten-free for the win. Yeah, I had a lot of table treats left at the end of this, so
Thank you.
happy to bring them along. Okay, well then let's get right into our travel. We're gonna start with some rolls. So as usual, I need a survival check from whoever is taking the lead, your trailblazer. I need a perception check for whoever is keeping watch as you travel. And then I need a luck roll from whoever.
I'll do perception.
I'll do survival.
Luck it is.
Look at it.
19.
19
16.
perception's good.
Feeling
16
real
survival
lucky.
is solid.
13 luck.
13 luck.
I've been playing for a long time.
I haven't had one of these I literally
So
remember the
good.
last time was on a Dairy Queen
Oh, Blizzard?
blizzard at the Racine Quarry.
Where?
I was like a
Racine
child.
Quarry.
That's the last time I had one of these.
Wow.
It's really good.
Yeah, they're so good.
I know there was a Racine quarry.
Hmm?
I know there was a quarry in Racine.
I don't even know if there still is, but there was a Dairy Queen right outside of it.
That's
We would
hilarious.
always shop there.
All right, well, with a 13, you have a relatively uneventful day of travel. You make decent time, and this area where you find yourself is still more of that kind of jungly zone. If you remember, Teshiar is surrounded by a pretty heavy tropical forest. Not swampy by any means, more lush, humid for certain. And that theme continues throughout the day. So you're definitely doing a little bit of bushwhacking, but with a 16 survival check, Freya's out in the lead, blazing a trail pretty effectively for you. Your party is not slowed, and you do not encounter anything dangerous along the way. But Pando, with your high perception check, if there is a critter that would be native to this area that you would want to add to your list of potential.
Oh, what about a poisonous frog or something?
Dung beetle.
Oh God, that would be cool.
A dung beetle,
Yeah, let me pull up my.
some sort of shrew.
Capybara.
the shrew.
Oh, capybara would be.
Yeah, if you can successfully pitch me that this belongs in this zone, I'm here for it.
So I don't have a
Fantasy.
vast knowledge of all of the potential animals that exist in D&D. But I do have a couple things that are very like general. One being tropical bird, tropical reptile. Like that's all I have. So would there be a chance that I see, I know I can't fly yet, but a bird
A dodo.
and
A flightless bird.
That's
I just
really
walk
an
around as a
idiot.
dodo with you guys,
That
waddling slowly.
We put on some good music that goes to your beat though.
Like, oh God, oh God, oh God, don't go in there. That's dangerous. Pando.
Pando constantly wandering off
Constantly waddling.
cliffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, if you want to take a bird, or you want to add a bird to your list, I'm fine with that. You wouldn't be able to utilize it until you hit the level
Yet.
that's allowed, but you can add it to your
And I
list.
have a large lizard already.
Yeah, so if you don't want to double up on lizards, I will just say though, there's a lot of tropical creatures here that you might potentially get excited about. So you all certainly see some
I just add to it
some
every time.
slim, long-limbed monkeys that are swinging through the trees.
I got a monkey
so-
in here.
Think, howler monkey, gibbon kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I only have generic monkey on here.
Not
Definitely
specifically the kind that poops in the sand and throws
Not
at people.
specifically,
But
but
you could
you
adapt
know,
it.
Panda's one with nature. She's
That's
gonna
true.
do whatever she has to do to be one with that animal.
A jaguar or a panther is not crazy to think you might
Ooh, that'd be
see
cool.
It'd be very cool.
roaming around here.
I would like a cat of some kind.
Mmm.
You're kitten.
It's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
there's all kind. It depends. So
Team halt! I think I see a jaguar.
Jaguar.
yeah, again with the 19, I will give you this. You're hiking through the jungle all day long, and you're attuned to the natural state around here. So if you want to say Pando spotted a jaguar while you were perhaps resting at lunchtime,
Yes.
and spent some time observing it as it sort of cautiously prowled around the perimeter of your camp, absolutely.
Because I have a 19, is it possible that it came very close because it was checking me out and decided I wasn't prey and it wasn't going to eat me? But as it left, I just did a
You want to pet it?
Just a side pet.
Make an,
Please, with a 19.
make an animal handling check. Your 19 was for perception to spot the thing.
Oh, natty 20.
Ah,
28. 28.
excellent.
That's a full-on snuggle.
Without question,
Right?
the
I
jaguar,
think I got nose moved by
the,
it.
the jaguar definitely rubs
Yeah.
up against it, leaves its scent on you as it departs.
Marks you for future pressure.
Right?
That's
Right, right.
I'll eat you.
And I'm all
later.
like, guys, we're best friends.
Nice, excellent.
That's awesome.
Best day ever.
All right, so 1 day logged. Let's continue our journey. Hang on. Mark. Oh, sorry. I gotta do my Upido dice.
You don't.
Yeah, I gotta do it. Every day we do the
Ooh,
dice.
Cupido.
This takes the Upido clock to 28 days since release. Ooh, 28 days. Upgrade milestone. Let's go.
Oh, wait, what? Upgrade milestone.
Sorry, no, don't worry about that.
Let's circle back to that word upgrade.
4.
And milestone is no good either.
Where's my dice calculator? I'm gonna roll some big dice.
Okay, we're so close to leveling up. We gotta pick fights with people.
A bunch of stuff, yeah. Yeah, maybe I
Yeah,
should.
hey, where'd that panther go?
I'll roll perception, okay?
Come back here, Jaguar.
We gotta grind for a level.
I want to snuggle you too.
Your skin would make a nice interior for my armor.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. A little Jaguar upholstery in the,
Yeah.
in the automaton.
Oh my gosh,
Guys, don't skin my best friend.
that's an aesthetic.
Okay. All right, so that is marked now back to our journeys. Got 1 day in the books. Second day. Who's taking point?
I'll take the perception check.
Okay, so you've got Potom on watch. Who's taking point and bushwhacking this time with the survival check?
I'll take bushwhacking.
All right, Air's gonna do survival, and who's rolling my luck die?
I'll roll luck then.
Okay,
Oops.
Air's not what we call an outdoorsy person.
worth a try.
Sorry, I'm having a.
I don't have
I
D&D,
love
so you gotta tell
Oh,
me
5.
a 5, all right?
Yeah, Air is
I
definitely.
love
a
that D&D Beyond
Definitely not.
broadcasts the rules because that definitely made that joke funnier for me.
Okay, perception. There we go.
Not perception, luck.
Oh, luck.
Alex is rolling perception.
Oh, how about 2? Well, I get my
I mean, a 2's fine, you can use that.
2's
You
fine.
can use that. And Alex, what did you get for perception, sorry?
Well, that's what we're going with.
All right, well, this will be interesting. Can I have my iPad, please?
You know what? This is just.
Can.
I do not.
Air, you wanted experience.
Yeah, I know.
Here we go. Experience points. I'm here for you.
If you wanted experience, good news, because most certainly there is going to be an encounter.
Oh, nice.
Before we encounter,
All part of my
I
plan.
feel like this is new. I looked up Jaguar, and there's a bunch of users who have their Jaguars.
Oh, like is it user generated?
Yeah, but I've not seen that before.
I don't know.
And so I don't want to like pull
People
something
like
that I'm not allowed to
homebrewing
use.
stuff?
That's what it looks like.
That's really what it looks like.
Dire Jaguar.
Well,
These are all.
I mean, if you take a look at the stats, and
Oh,
if it's
a
not
dire Jaguar.
ludicrous, I'm not going to be overly upset
what's
about
the
it. I don't
CR?
think.
I think I'm
Limitation?
CR1.
You know,
Does that sound right, Matt?
Yeah,
I haven't had to think
CR1
about it
is
in
your
a minute.
CR1 is your cap.
Okay.
you probably need to. I mean, you have to stay a medium creature, probably. Is that, I'm trying to think if there's any like general limitations.
I can be large
Oh, you can
because
be
I
large.
was a large bear.
Oh, okay. There's like a cool blood jaguar.
I know, that's the one that stuck out to me.
Blood
this one.
jaguar.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is,
That's-
but it looks sounds sick.
That sounds amazing.
And this is a balanced jaguar.
That's only half a. Unless we just do that. I don't know.
Love a balanced jaguar.
Oh wow, they make it really.
Oh
Great.
lord, I'm gonna need a Keith bar. There's a lot here.
It just looks sick. I don't know. It might be it might be too strong. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. We might have to sort of back up to this. I don't know if it's.
Well,
Unless you're
I wanna
busy
be
something.
this if we're about to do that.
No, we can, yeah, we can jump right in. Just need to.
Okay,
add
well,
in- I need half a minute here.
Yeah.
That's-
Please, please.
What about here? Let's go back for a second. I'm trying to find like
What if I did
something
this?
to. I wonder if we can.
I'm gonna reset. But see, it's still showing everybody's.
Yeah,
That is wild.
that's cool. Yeah, that must be user generated stuff. Yeah.
It didn't have that before, cause this is where I always went for mine.
Oh, we're in the homebrew section.
Oh lordy,
There you go.
okay.
Puzzle solved.
Oh,
I wonder
look
if
at
they
that.
have.
It's all homebrew over here.
Yeah.
And that's where I used to check on my,
Monsters.
yeah.
Okay, let's try this
Okay,
again.
now this is,
Maybe that was always there. I mean, just.
maybe it was, but it's funny because that was always where I went for,
Oh yeah, they don't have anything. So we have to use.
Yeah.
oh my gosh. So that, oh wait, hang on.
Oh no, yeah.
All right, let me see if I can get a map
That's
up here.
nuts.
Tools, maps. So,
Here, do challenger. Yeah. Like
what's new in
or
maps?
something.
Don't care.
So we can use something
Yeah.
cool.
Zoom in a little bit. Let's clear the fog of war.
Yeah, do that second one.
34.
Actually, not that.
This is closer to my
Fair.
bear.
I was gonna say it doesn't look
Yeah.
too weird. Yeah.
I'm gonna share this one, Matt,
Maybe this is a
to see if
reasonable
you
one.
think it's reasonable.
Okay.
That was cool. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole in that homebrew section.
You're just gonna have a bunch of like queued up.
And
Right.
when y'all are ready, you can jump into the maps on D&D Beyond, which I just activated.
I know, I have to say, oh, the play button.
Let me clear out some fog of war here.
And I put in our Discord chat the stats for the Jaguar. If you think it's an appropriate use.
The blood jaguar was cool, but it may have been
That
just
was really
slightly
cool.
over the top.
That was very over the top.
Can I make this shape bigger? No? Okay. Fine. It takes a long time to erase fog of war. Alright, let
Don't
me
make sure
know.
you really mean it.
Let me know when you get in there and have access to your tokens.
I'm in here.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, great.
I'm coming.
So as you have been hiking southwest, we are. The good news is you're not surprised by these critters because your perception check was good enough to avoid that. Yeah, I'm cool with this jaguar.
Okay.
Go for the throat. I like that.
That's gonna be awesome.
That's a good action. But what you encounter are spiders. It's spiders.
So it's not rats. Rats are our only weakness.
I don't know, we had little, what, toads? This almost got
Oh,
us
those
too.
those did get us pretty annoying. Those spiders are
The
pretty
spiders, however, do have you surrounded because your non-woodsy drow guide led you right into the middle of their sort of very large dome of webs that they have spun as a trap for unwary critters and travelers. And we are going to start by rolling for initiative.
I'm from the Underdark, okay? I don't know.
I don't know about all this.
I don't know all this surface stuff, you know?
There's spiders in the Underdark, but there's not all these trees.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't get my like I just click on there, right, to roll it.
You click on there to select.
And then at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
It
then
should say roll to everyone.
Yeah.
got it. There it is.
So air with a 10.
Uh-huh.
Hanum got a 6.
But if you just press initiative, it'll just roll your initiative.
Oh yeah,
Pando?
5.
5.
and I'm a 12.
Wasted my D20 on that petting a jaguar.
No, that's not a waste.
It wasn't a waste.
Never,
Not-
never say
definitely
that.
not a waste.
Never say
Oh
that.
my god, not a waste.
All right. The spiders, well, two of the spiders at least, the giant spiders are going to act first. So this spider here is going to scuttle forward and attack Potom.
Oh no.
That is going to be a bite attack. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's going to be fine. A bite attack. That's a 19 to hit.
Jeez.
19 hits.
And that is going to do 4 + 3, 7 points of piercing damage. And Potom, I need you to make a Constitution save.
There's always this pretty ass.
Spiders, man.
7 damage.
I hate rolling saves.
18.
That saves, so you're good. Oh, you take half damage from the poison. So you
Oh.
take 1 point of poison damage.
Which was in addition to the 7.
That's right. So a total of 8 damage. Oh, these stupid lions are gonna kick a field goal and win this game.
Golly.
Can't
Oh,
believe it.
playing Vikings.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Came back.
Oh, that's too bad.
Get out. I don't need to hear from you.
Are you from Minnesota?
I changed my mind. You failed the save. Yeah, I'm from Minnesota.
Try not to think about it, or else you'll just think less of it.
Honestly, Matt and I have decided we could probably retire there. We
Really?
loved
Oh, we were just in Minneapolis this last
it.
weekend.
Yes,
It was
that's
so
where we
fun.
were
It's a good
a week
place.
ago.
Yes, yeah.
And
That's where
the
our
food
nephew is.
and the people and the nature.
I would be like obnoxious Packer fan though if I lived in Minnesota.
That's what I try. That's the energy I try to bring.
Right, right.
Uh,
We stay right
Some
by
seasons more successfully than others.
yeah. I mean, it's been a good season so far.
Yeah.
Air. The second giant spider is going to make a ranged attack on you, spitting webbing.
Don't let it do it.
Oh, that's a 9.
Well, no, it's not.
So
It's a very blind spider.
nimbly dodge. Oh man, I have to recharge that ability too. That's all right. Freya, you're up.
Let's do this. Okay, well, I'll rage, and then, let me get back in here. And then I'm gonna go up to this phase spider. They are two different spiders, or was it just?
There are two different kinds of spiders
Kinds of
here.
spiders.
One set looks very normal spidery, but real big. And the other is also real big, but has sort of a milky white tone to them, almost translucent carapace.
And the one that tried to, so the the milky white one is the one I'm going for.
Yep.
Okay, all right, why not?
I hate milky white insects.
Nice.
That's, I hate that descriptor is bothering me.
It's not great.
Just don't like milky white stuff that comes out of anywhere.
Actually, I guess when I
really.
say that, I don't like really like milky white anything other than milk.
Yeah,
This.
yeah, there's too many.
I'm thinking that, you know how everyone hates moist? Well, mine is milky white.
Milky white.
Sorry, I just messed up your initiative.
Okay.
I know you're next, Freya, but what did you guys, you had a
I
10.
hit 10.
Alex, what did you have?
6.
A 6, and Pando, you had
5.
a 5. Oh, okay, so then I do have it right. Okay,
Yeah,
we're good.
just I'll kind of roll.
All right, Freya.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a great big old swing with my broadsword.
I heard bra.
With
My broadsword.
I was like, all
I
right.
whip it with my bra strap.
I think
That's what
I think
did.
that was the adults only section.
I'm actually gonna try to seduce the spider.
That's all right.
I rolled to seduce the spider.
Put my arms above my head and jiggle for the spider.
How did you even keep a straight face? It's amazing.
Where on earth is my sword? I'm sorry, that I'm having. Why is just
Freya
my
lost her sword.
I lost my sword. What
Does-
on earth is happening here? A battle axe, boomerang.
Does it make you second guess doing it again?
No, although I will say
Overall, very positive.
overall it's a positive experience. I think the con would be way more fun with a group of friends or just a couple, at
Agreed.
least one friend.
Yeah.
Like going solo, I still enjoyed myself and the fact that I stayed really, really busy. It's great, but
Oh,
it would be more fun to go with someone.
I think because it's renamed Kimba's Talon.
Oh yeah,
That's why I
did you
can
tell
find
everyone
it.
you have an exciting new sword?
Is it new?
Oh
Is
yeah.
the sword actually new?
Well, it's the same sword.
It's the same
But
sword.
I have upgraded it in D&D
Yes.
Beyond. Did you
New
read?
things.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, it's got new abilities. It's
Oh.
you just
Wow.
I gotta look at it.
a
I'm really sorry. I
significant sword
didn't
upgrade.
realize. Okay, yeah, that's why it's called Kimba's Talon now. Leaning into the eagle.
Nice.
I like it.
Very
Kimba's
nice.
Talon.
Yeah, it's-
16.
It's kind of badass. 16 does hit.
Phew. Okay. Come on. Oops. 11 damage. Oh, +2 for melee weapon, and I'm raging. That I always forget to do, so 13.
13 points of damage. Excellent. Sounds good. Yeah, you crunch in there,
Kimba's Talon.
and yeah, it's worth
Okay.
reading through because
I shall read through it. I guess I
Some
knew
fun
it was
abilities.
I knew it had some fun things.
Air, you're up next.
Okay, we're hexing.
All right, you're hexing. Who are you hexing?
We are hexing. Yeah, look at the map real quick. We are hexing this phase spider,
Oh,
the one to the lower.
I have a second attack.
Okay.
Oh, do you want?
Oh yeah, you
I'm
do.
sorry, I do have a second
Oh,
attack.
fine.
I'm gonna hit. I apologize.
No.
I'm gonna hit with Kimba's Talon again.
Do it.
24.
Definitely
That's a
hits.
big hit.
12, 14 of damage.
Nice.
Okay. All right, now I'm done.
All right,
Oops.
you carve this thing up pretty good. It is still standing, but there is gore dripping out of
Gore everywhere.
gore everywhere. Gooey spider guts are
Ew.
dripping out of its thorax.
And it's
Well, maybe
all
it
like
should've-
on Alien, isn't it? I think that's where the like, you know, just that everything. That was so gross.
All right, Air, we're back to you. You've hexed the spider.
Yep. Okay.
I've
and
got it
that's-
marked with purple,
Yep. And
the
that's
color of hexes.
Yeah, exactly. Classically, the color of hexes.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to. I assume I'm close enough. I'm going to just move up
Yep,
and hit the spider.
do it.
Oh, now that I'm just reading, I'm supposed to have one more plus bonus to attack.
They both hit though, right?
They both hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Never mind. Not damage. Okay, I'll stop interrupting your turn.
Yeah, do you wanna read it real thoroughly to?
I shall. I didn't know.
We'll sit here and
the whole
wait.
thing
No,
down. No, please.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
All right, are you making an attack?
I am. 16?
16 does hit.
Okay, 12, and then I just need to add, man, I have no good place to put my little zoom thing, because it blocks every little,
Oh, yeah.
okay. So it's gonna be 12 plus 3. So it's 12 sword, 3 necrotic.
All right. Got it.
And I'm gonna do another attack.
Go for it.
12?
12 misses.
Oh, sad.
Nimble,
well.
still a little nimble, these
Yep,
spiders.
Yep.
All right, that brings us to Potom.
They have multiple eyes, that's the problem.
They can see from
Yeah.
a lot of angles.
All right. The first thing that Potem does, he shouts out, "Try to preserve any venom sacs."
Can you turn him up just a tiny little?
They can't.
Oh,
I'm at
sorry.
max volume.
No, that's
And then he turns to the spider and he says, "How about some thunder?"
okay.
Oh, that's-
And nothing happens.
Nothing happens. What does that mean?
How about some thunder? And then we will hit with the Warhammer attack. Oh, I'll do it myself. How does a 27 do?
That certainly hits.
The two-handed bludgeoning attack.
I forgot that Potom just became like a badass close combat.
Yep,
Character, like,
just
overnight
suddenly
one, yeah.
decided to become Iron.
13 for the first attack.
Ooh, nice.
And using the momentum from our upswing, we'll bring it back around and hit him one more time. Full around the head for a 24.
That does hit as well.
And a 12. Following my own advice of just judging where a venom sac would be, I was not hitting those places.
Definitely. All right. Lots of
Establish that narrative early.
damage to legs. Legs only. Excellent. Yeah, this one is also looking really beat up. Pando, we'll go to you next.
Okay, so on D&D Beyond, it doesn't say this, but, and maybe I just completely forgot. The 2024 updates for druids, I can wild shape as a bonus action.
Oh,
You
yeah.
already could wild shape as a bonus action because you're Circle of the Moon.
But in my head, I couldn't, because it doesn't say it on here, like, I'm so black and white, and nowhere does it say wild shape, like, as a bonus
It's
action.
like
But it's listed under your Circle of the Moon features or something.
Yeah. I
Maybe
think it
there,
is. It's
but
just
like not under
we
wild
passed
shape
the
itself, which is where I always look, right?
Yep. Fair.
So-
But either way, yes, as a bonus action.
Yes, okay, great. So I'm
You're
going
right.
to,
Yeah, I can see where you're saying that because it says as an action.
that's why,
Right
like,
under
I've
wild
been
shape.
reading, I'm like,
Yeah.
am I crazy? Which, yes, but,
I haven't even looked. Are we just not going to be using the?
I wasn't planning to make the move just because I haven't read any of it
I don't
yet.
have an interest either. I was just wondering if you had an opinion
it's
on
just really handy to be able to do it as a bonus action.
Well, again,
So
you
Circle of the
always
Moon.
could.
But as a person who looks at this the day before we play
No.
and refreshes based on only what I see here.
You know what? As a
didn't see-
special gift to you,
Yes.
you can wild shape as a bonus action.
Woo! Thank you. I'm gonna start by seducing the spider closest to. Okay.
Yes. Wonderful throwback joke.
I'm gonna summon my fae, whom I have named Betty.
Betty the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'd like to summon her so that she's essentially flanking the giant spider that Potom is by.
let me get a token in here for you.
And I have firmly decided that her personality is highly apathetic and like bothered, but also she wants to help when she's out. So that's what we have.
She's like, what's the character on Inside Out?
I haven't seen the second one.
Oh, well, she's in the first one too. Just the one that, like the green one.
Oh,
It's
right.
just like can't be bothered.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
But she'll help, but she's also like,
Regrettably, yeah.
If she had a cell phone, she would be recording
Totally.
something. Yeah, okay.
and like, hey.
Hey, I gotta go.
And then I'm gonna wild shape into my jaguar.
Just give me any token, like,
Are they still not giving you any? Because we had one for a minute.
it's obnoxious. So like I pay a monthly
much?
fee or whatever
Yeah.
for this membership, and literally no tokens are accessible to me. I mean,
That's
that's an
crazy.
exaggeration, but I've scrolled for the last 60 seconds
Ugh, I'm
straight,
sorry.
and every single one of these is like not in your content library, not in your content library.
And I don't, and I wish I knew like what the logic was, like where,
Right.
like why are some of, like there's no explanation.
Yeah, like I typed elf and there's not a single elf token.
You would think I could understand if they like blocked it like based on like owned PDFs
Yeah.
or owned, yeah.
Sure,
but,
like if
but
it
if
was
you buy the monster manual, you should have a token for every monster in there.
Yeah, like I can't, there's no.
For sure.
Oh, here, bandit, I can have a bandit, so that's big.
I mean, you can make her Betty the Bandit if you need
Yeah,
to.
if you, that was something that we could figure out though, is if, because you can add like those other characters, but but it's not something to deal with right now probably, but.
All right, her name's Betty.
Yeah.
All right, Betty's on the board. You can place her where you wish,
Thank you, sir.
or tell me where you want her placed.
She's like, ugh. Hi.
This again,
This again, guys.
I guess.
And then I'm going to, as a bonus action.
Potham goes, what the hell?
I could see her like nose booping you, Pot. I'm just like, boop.
Hey, little guy, I'm
Get
back.
off of me, you witch!
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Something died.
I was playing around with some of the new stuff on there.
All right, is she attacking? Does she get to do that when she shows up?
Or is it like magic? Does she get summoning sickness?
It's,
No.
I think she's
basically-
just summoned the first time. Like, I don't think she has an action until it gets back to her.
Okay, hang on, let me.
I think.
Let me look.
Doesn't it work where it just like slots in after you and then?
I
I
feel
think
like
so.
that's the thing. with
Yeah.
Most summons is they take their turn right after you.
Right.
Which would mean
they
if you summon them, then they
get
act.
Yeah,
Oh, because that was my turn.
is summoning.
And now
And now it's her turn.
she exists.
Now it's their
Now
turn.
it's her
Yep.
turn. Whew.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Yeah, shares your initiative count.
And then-
but it takes its turn immediately after yours.
Okay. Even immediately after I summon.
Yep.
Let's have her do things.
Well, I guess we've always kind of played with the house rule too, that you can flip-flop your turn and their turn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So moving forward from this, if you wanted her to act
First.
she shares initiative with you, so you
Okay.
will just mash your turns up basically.
Wonderful, thank you so much. Okay. I have my directions on how to play her. Bonus action for D20 plus spell attack. 8. Okay. So this is her. Sorry, Matt, I have to move your face. She rolled 13 and it says D20 plus spell attack 8. So that would be 21
That hits.
apathetically, but forcefully. And then 2d6 plus 6. Let's see. 12.
Okay. All right. So Betty appears, flutters past Potom, boops him on the nose, and then looks at the giant spider and then back at Potom and says, "Don't worry, little guy, I got this." And then she just puts her hand on the side of the giant spider and a blast of Fey energy unleashes, and the spider melts from the inside and collapses into a puddle of spider goo.
Oh, jeez.
Ew.
Why did you save the venom sacs?
She wasn't there when you said that. All right, very good. Next up, this phase spider that is standing in front of Freya is going to disappear,
Oh,
Oh, it goes to another plane, doesn't it?
vanishing from the physical plane.
what a punk.
And did it vanish for you when I did that just now?
It
No.
did.
No,
Yeah.
it's still there for me.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
sorry,
not
yeah,
there.
It did
Now it's
vanish,
there.
sorry. I think the one in front of me.
Now it's gone.
Oh, funny, I
Now it's
actually
there, gone.
the map for it to actually go away.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Refresh.
All right, so it's gonna do that, and then it's gonna
No attacks of opportunity.
definitely no attacks of opportunity because it's
No.
not on the material plane right now.
Can't catch it as it's leaving.
There.
Wave the sword violently.
The spider is gonna take its turn, and it also is gonna wink out of existence. And that ends their turn. This giant spider cannot turn invisible. So it is going to, well, let me roll and see if its web comes back first. It does. So it's gonna make a web attack at air again. That is a 15. Too low. No web. No web. And he is gonna skitter back just a little bit and climb this tree. He has a climb speed of 30 feet. He's gonna climb about 15 feet up a tree. And then it is Freya's turn.
So my this is all coming back to me now. I did read this. I hit my
please.
head. Like, are my honor guard obligated to be on the ground? So if I was like to go up to the tree and summon some of my honor guard,
Climb the tree.
yeah,
They're spiritual creatures, so you can kind of place them where you want. They don't.
oh, but they don't attack, they just flank. So I can attack at advantage,
Oh, that's still pretty cool though. I would be happy with it.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to remind myself what I wrote in that sword.
Yeah.
Because I wrote a lot of stuff, because I was very excited about it. but,
Yeah, it's great.
Um,
And well, this will be, I guess, something outside of combat, because it's not attuned yet. And I
should be
did-
attuned.
Oh, okay,
We just have to activate, just
just
put it on
attune
there.
it,
Yeah,
okay.
because you never took it out of your inventory. I just
No.
swapped the.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because it just says that I just have to be a descendant of Asmund Kimbat for it to be attuned.
That's right.
You know, my brothers are gonna get their hands on this goddamn sword. So I'm already thinking.
I'm glad we're fighting.
Yep. You ask and
We gotta get
DM shall
strong.
deliver.
Yeah.
Yes, so you can make them appear up in the tree if you use the maneuver pincer. You can do that because you're not
They
up
don't
there.
actually attack. Yeah.
Well, but they do damage.
Oh,
They do.
Yeah,
they're
so they,
psychic
I mean, they do attack. They do psychic damage. That's what the rest of that effect is.
Oh.
It just,
I
it just
understand now.
additionally, because they're flanking it, would give you advantage on an attack if you did it to an enemy who was engaged in melee with you.
That's great.
Yeah,
Is it like a DOT, like a damage over time with them, or is it like a one attack?
No, it's a one-time,
Okay,
a one-time deal. So they stick around for a single round and then they
Okay.
disappear.
in that one, in that particular
In that
thing, with
particular
I use
thing.
3 charges.
That's right.
Okay, okay, that's, I think I'll still, let's see, it's kind of far down. But I do need to make some kind of attack, so let's Yeah, they do.
Cool dudes.
Yeah, they love that. They love the street for that, don't they? I guess I'm gonna dash to the tree. So I'll use my dash bonus action first,
Okay.
which means I can, it'll take me all the way there. I get 16 with a dash. Come on. Anyway,
Do you want me to move your
yeah,
token?
could you? I need to get a mouse for this. Okay, so I dash there, and how high up in the tree is it?
It's about 15 feet.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna throw a javelin at it, why not?
Yeah. do
Yeah,
it.
you are.
Yeah.
16,
16 hits the spider.
Little track and field. Let's go.
yeah, it's not a ton of damage, so 6, 7, 8 of damage.
8's pretty solid. Okay.
And then, so that was my bonus action attack, so I still have 2 attacks left.
Oh,
So
that's the
that
attack
was
from
that
Russian
from my
Nova.
charge,
Yep.
yeah, that was the attack from my
Okay.
charge. And so I'm gonna throw another javelin, I have a whole bunch of javelins.
Yeah.
Been wanting to use 8, unfortunately, that probably
That
doesn't
misses.
hit. Okay, and we're gonna try one more javelin. I'll take those out of my inventory then. There it is, 20,
Yeah, 20 hits.
and we'll do a 9, 10, 11
Nice.
damage.
Pretty solid. All right, you poke this spider full of holes. It is not happy about what's happening up there. Air, you're up.
Okay, I have a rules question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, the way the wording on my hex spell is, if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. So that's how I move it.
Right.
But the creature did not drop.
Correct. The creature did not drop to 0 hit points. It just plane shifted.
Is that if it's no longer even in this plane?
It's still alive. But nowhere in the hex spell does it say that the hex cannot stick on a creature.
Okay.
That shifting across planes removes the spell. So somewhere in the ethereal plane, the phase spider is still hexed.
Okay. Well, in that case, we are going to. I guess we're just gonna Eldritch Blast them twice.
Rich Blast.
Exactly. 11.
No.
See, this is not my usual. And it's 2 beams, so I roll separately for each beam.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 13.
No.
Wow. Air.
2 minutes. Offer game.
You're falling apart, your air.
She was so excited about the spider right in front of her, and then she's like, wait, what? Ah, fine.
Yeah.
I guess not. Never mind. Potham, you're up.
So the spider's up a tree is what's happening.
There is a spider up the tree.
Can I move slightly closer?
Yeah.
With a very sort of hesitant towards the exocomp. Load photon torpedoes and fire.
Okay.
And fire. Why isn't this working? And we will we'll aim a do Ray of Frost Blast. That's what we'll do.
That's fun.
Oh, I'm within 60 feet, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
spider's not
Yeah,
Okay.
easily within 60 feet, and that'll
Okay.
hit.
perfect. 24 hits and 10 points of damage.
Nice. That'll do it for the remaining giant spider, who falls frozen out of the tree to crash at Freya's feet.
Where it's
Spider popsicle, where its venom sacs shattered into powder.
I said be careful of the venom sacs.
Do you want to move or stay put?
Sure. Let's just go and circle up our party. Come on, thing. We'll circle up our party here.
Okay.
Bottom will move there.
Pando, you're up next.
Yay.
There are no visible enemies right now.
Interesting.
Did we do it?
Is the
Can,
combat music still going?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Combat music is still going. Can I roll to see if I can like sense them somewhere?
Certainly try. Make a perception check.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Got a 9. Not as perceptive as a jaguar.
I mean, you don't see them. They were really big spiders, and they were sort of translucent white. They were pretty obvious.
Can
And
my
you look around
fae
and don't
roll?
see them. You ask your fae, and Betty's like, "Girl, I don't know. You don't see them. I don't see them. They left. Can I leave?
She's just like twirling her hair.
I was doing something in the fae, okay? When you pulled me over here. Can I go?"
No.
Do we just start walking away?
Okay. You want to move?
I mean, do we cautiously continue on our way? Like,
Well,
ready to fight?
I'll tell you, we're not out of combat. Do you, Pando, want to move from where you're standing right now?
No.
Okay, very good. Then the phase spiders are going to take their turn. First phase spider is going to bonus action shift back into the material plane and make
What the hell?
make a surprise bite attack on Potom. That is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. And then you will take 9 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my golly.
Stuff.
Oh, even with my +5, I only got a 9 on that.
That
Ooh.
fails, so that's 4d8 points of poison damage, 26 additional points
Ooh.
of poison damage.
Oh my god, that thing hits hard.
Poison man, it's only a DC 11 save, but you don't want to fail it.
That's really tough.
And then as soon as it strikes you, it is going to flee this way
Golly.
and also scurry up this tree. You may make an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
I would, as it turns out. And we'll hit them with our Warhammer. Oh, the big old natty 20. Big old natty 20.
Do not piss off Arachnum with a warhammer.
Nice. Nice. All right, show me that big math.
All right, so it's full damage the first time around.
Yep, max damage plus roll.
So that's 27. Rolling the dice again, but we don't add our modifier the second time, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so that is 8 additional points of damage.
Nice. That is more than enough to take out that phase spider.
Probably glass cannons, aren't they?
A little bit, yeah. This is why they hang out with giant spiders, because all by their lonesomes, it's not great. And then with a similar strategy, the remaining phase spider is going to phase back into existence behind Freya and make a surprise attack. That's a natty 20.
Oh, Jesus.
So that is going to be 21 points of piercing damage.
Piercing. Do I get half on piercing or 21 full?
Were you raging?
Oh yeah. No, I was. Remember, I attacked with the Javelins.
Oh, that's right, because
Yeah.
you did your,
Yep, I
your
did.
burst of speed or whatever. Yes, so then 21 down to 10 points of piercing damage, and I also need you to make a Constitution save.
Dang, these guys.
25.
25. So you do save, so you'll take half damage on this poison, so 8 points of poison damage. I'm not gonna crit the poison. I don't think that makes narrative sense. The poison is the poison.
Okay.
And that phase spider is gonna stand there.
Okay.
Which brings us to your turn, Freya.
I'm gonna attack the phase spider with Kimba's Talon.
Do it.
I should do it. Okay, no, I'm wrong. Sorry, one sec. Twenty-one,
21 hits,
12.
12 points of damage. All right. Still standing,
Aye.
but in rough shape.
All right, well, I'll attack again. 27.
Mm-hmm.
One.
I was getting all these really high to hit rolls, and I got like 12 and 13.
I swear for like the last 10 sessions, I've rolled so bad every time.
That's
This
true.
is
There's been a
10.
lot of that.
That's
10 is
ridiculous.
enough.
Okay.
The final phase spider falls dead.
Okay.
This corpse, well preserved.
There you go, Potham.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just like
Just
that.
You'll
wonder
save
what-
a little jar for me. Can I just have a little jar?
I don't even know what it does. I'm excited to find out.
Yeah.
Air's just like running across the whole battlefield, going from spider to spider. It's either like phasing out or it's dying and
Damn it.
you can't get
Damn
anywhere.
it. Damn it.
It's like, oh, didn't do anything.
I will say there, surprising. As you search around, Potham, if you're going to attempt to remove venom sacs, I need a medicine or nature check from you.
Sure. Potham just says, I think after this, we should just take the rest of the day. We should just set up camp and take the rest of the day off.
Certainly.
And then I will go to start doing that. You said medicine or nature.
Yep, either one works.
Nature check it is for a 16.
That'll do it. You successfully harvest the venom sacs, or the venom sac out of this singular phase spider. You have one vial of phase spider venom. The phase spider venom is a DC 11 Constitution save. On a fail, it does 4d8 points of poison damage. And on a save, it does half that.
48 on a fail.
That's right.
Cool.
So pretty solid.
I toss the venom to Freya and say, here you go.
Thanks.
Nice.
Fly it to those javelins as Potham looks up into the tree and goes, or maybe apply it to some other thrown weapon of some sort.
All right. So that is day 2 of your journey. As you rest for the night, also feel free to give your characters each 450 experience points for that combat. I know you're close, but I don't remember how close.
450, you said?
450.
450.
Oh, just short, I think.
I'm still like 1,000 away.
Oh.
Yeah, you and I are the same, I think.
Yeah.
I might have it. Manage experience.
I'm real close. I'm 190 away.
Are we doing?
13, so we're 13,010. Is that what you have?
Yep, that's
Okay.
exactly what I have. Are we doing a short rest, a long rest?
It's a long rest because you've
Okay.
just ended your second day of travel.
I do have it.
Hey, nice. Potom jump into level 6.
Ooh.
Start strutting around camp, just that was so
Yeah.
great.
Like,
I learned a lot
No.
in that fight. What do you guys?
No, I think what you actually see happening is Potom like fully into the exocomp. So all you kind of see is his butt and his legs hanging out as he's like pulling out wires, or well, I mean, pulling. I guess not wires. It would be pulling out gears and things and looking at them, dusting them off, greasing them up, and putting it back in. So he's done like a full functions check on the exocomp.
All right, nice.
That's what's happening during this break.
All right, so everybody gets to take a long rest here if you haven't already done so. And you're starting into day 3 of your journey. At this point, you are leaving the jungles and shifting into slightly more temperate zone here. It's still fairly warm and humid in this part of the country, but now you're traversing more of a lush grassland area. So tall grasses, kind of towering palm trees scattered around. And you manage to follow either call it a large stream or a small river for most of the day, as it seems to be heading in the right direction and the land is mostly clear around the banks. I need someone to make a survival check, someone to make a perception check, and someone to make a luck roll.
I will not take the survival check this time.
I'll go on a perception check.
All right.
I can do survival.
All right, so Pando leads the way and Freya keeps an eye out.
Yeah, and Freya
And
rolls
the
a
luck-
3.
A 3, so the eye is distracted.
In terms of survival, I have a mighty 8.
An 8 for survival, okay.
Wow, are we losing our edge?
Yeah, no.
And for the
Combat. We're
Oh,
saying
well,
combat.
Where's
Yeah.
What was your luck roll, Potom?
the luck roll was 4.
4.
or are we sandbagging?
And can we time out for just 1 second?
Yeah.
Matt, how do we add a character to the campaign?
How do we add a character to the campaign?
Because I built Potom out, and so I have a copy of Potom as he is now.
Copy of Potom, okay. The answer to that is, hang on.
Sounds like some nonsense is what it sounds like.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans are happening.
Sounds like some ridiculous.
So copy link. I'm gonna put a link in the chat that I think you can use
Okay.
to. This is the link to join the campaign.
It's in Discord.
I put
or
it
it's
in
in-
Zoom, sorry.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
And
Just do this so that we can marry everything up here. I think while I'm working on this, you can go on with narration because I'm set now. Got it.
Okay. Let me. What's this? Oh, yeah. We already did that.
I made these great monster hands today. I'm very excited about them.
Ooh,
Wait, what?
Monster
good.
hands. I've been making all this stuff out of spray foam. It's so fun.
what's your theme for your haunted house?
It's like a corn, like a corn maze. But I'm not gonna have enough corn to line everything on the inside. But yeah, it's wild. You should drive by. Like the
Can I
outside of
see
it
it
looks
from
great.
the outside?
Well, the outside's all that's decorated now.
Nice.
So yeah, it's
Nice.
good. You can see my crazy pumpkin monster in real life.
Nice.
Okay, well, let's give this one a run. All right, well, another set of questionable rolls has led us to another encounter. Alex, does that look like it's working for you?
Yeah, no, I'm all set to go. You should see a new character in the thing called Pal Potamfar.
Got it. All right, so I'm gonna remove the other one. Wait,
Right.
let me view him first and make sure he's not crazy.
So what?
Oh, it's gotten kind of stupid. With 2 O's.
Oh, Thunder Gauntlets. One of the guys that played my 6-hour session yesterday was running an artificer with these Thunder Gauntlets, and it was pretty. It was pretty ruthless. Yeah, they're pretty ruthless.
You should look in my spell list.
Uh-oh.
I just have to say, Gabe would be very proud of us. I think.
Mhm.
We don't fight nearly enough for him. So.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, now you're stumbling all these random encounters. He'd be delighted.
Mhm.
Hacking the slash on our way
Oh
here.
man, look at all this.
Right?
Nice. All right.
Can you tell what the photon torpedoes are?
All right. I just closed the wrong window. Shoot. Well, get back into it. All right. Let me activate upgraded Potom, and then we'll get into it. But here on the banks of this river that you've been following, you are ambushed. The attack comes suddenly. Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button. Remove, confirm. There's my characters. Launching maps. There we go. Someday this is gonna get easier, you guys. All right, fog, cover, reveal. There we go. And if you want to jump into the map, you can. This black bear, because he ain't there. One missing. Pando. Oh, duh, because Pando was a black bear that last time I did it. So let's get Pando back in here. There we go. You know what? We're just gonna leave. It's unnecessary. Playing with the fog of war. Okay, so as you pause for a short rest above the banks of this river, you hear howling, and from both sides, they're big boys. From both sides.
Kind of cute.
Puppy.
Oh, hey, big boy. Yes. So from both sides.
We're only fans of cats.
Oh, cats and dogs fighting together.
Yeah.
He's not a bandit captain, but he's looks like. There we go. Okay, so you hear howls as from both sides of your sort of lunch rest spot. Dire wolves move in sort of a pincer maneuver. And you hear a low chuckle as a man steps from the far side of the woods and says, "Looks like my babies are gonna eat well today." And then he steps back into the shadows a little ways and just says, "Sick 'em." And we're gonna roll initiative. All of you are gonna roll at disadvantage because you did not see this coming.
Well, I had a natty 20 and a 6.
Okay, 6 for Freya.
Ooh, well, I'll take it. 15.
15 for Air, pretty good.
8.
8 for Pando.
And
Our rolls were better than last time.
Right?
A 9.
4 for Bottom.
4 for Potom.
Bottom Brett Favre it.
All right, very good. So we're going to start with the dire wolves who act first. This one is going to charge forward and it is going to leap at Pando with a bite attack. Let me use some digital dice for a little bit here.
Ooh.
How about this? Roll it. That is an 11 plus 5 is 16 to hit Pando. That hit?
Yeah.
All right. Then you are going to enjoy 2d6 plus 3. 7
Enjoy
plus 3
is a
is
strong
10
word.
points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Don't tell me how to feel.
You don't know.
14.
14 saves.
Ooh,
you're good there.
huzzah.
Oh man, how'd you know that strength saving throws are actually my secret weakness?
They're one of my only strengths, so.
This dire wolf is going to also come at Pando from behind. It's gonna roll.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
It's gonna roll its attack at advantage because of pack tactics, which gives it a natural 20. And so you're gonna enjoy some more damage. That is gonna be 6
Again, enjoy is not the word I would
plus
use, sir.
15. That's 21 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm down.
Lady Knight.
Oh, sorry. What?
What happened to you over the last 48 hours?
Wow.
Who hurt you?
Wow.
Who hurt
Why
you?
don't you try to seduce the dire wolves? You messed up little kid. All right. So Panda goes down under the combined attack, surprise attack of these dire wolves. This one charges Freya, and it is going to miss with a 9. And this one charges Potom, and that's a 14 to hit Potom, which I think misses.
14 does miss.
Okay, so that is end of the dire wolves' turn. Takes us to Air. You're up.
Okay, I think I can move here without issue.
Yep.
Then Air is going to do her usual. Hex the wolf in front of her.
You got it.
Because this is long past 8 hours.
Oh yeah, you guys
It's a
have had
whole
a long
day.
rest.
Yeah.
This is
Right,
yeah,
the
right.
next day.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
One day I'll make a hex stretch between two battles. Okay. And she's just gonna whack him.
Do it.
Or not. 10?
No, that's not gonna hit the
Nat
dire
one.
one. Not gonna hit it.
Oh, but it makes up for it with a nat 20.
Hey!
Yay!
Crit on the direwolf is a happy situation for you.
Oh, okay, right. I forgot that it, like, here. We'll ignore all of that. We'll just
Oh, yeah,
do it by hand. So it's 8 is the
Bless you.
roll, and it's a max dice roll. So it's 8 plus 10, 18, plus this my modifier, which is 6. So it's gonna be 4 plus another d6. 4. So 28.
28 damage. Nice. A huge slash into the flank of the direwolf, and it
Wow.
howls in pain.
Final. And then that's it for air.
And
Pretty good chunk of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was great. Get rid of this. I like this death overlay. That's fun. Do that over Pando's face. All right, very good. Next up,
Oh, you know what? Oh, it does. It's fine. I should have rolled at advantage probably, but that's fine.
true. All right, from the shadows, a spear is launched at your back, Air.
Miss.
It does indeed miss.
Called it.
So no worries there. And yeah, that's all. That's all for that person. Pando, you're up.
I mean,
oh, she's down.
Gonna roll a death saving
Yeah.
throw.
I haven't done one of these in a minute.
Yeah, because you usually have
It
like
says
2
12 and it
complete
says
layers
success.
before you go
That's
down.
one success. Yep. So you need 3 successes before you get 3 failures. If you get 3 successes, you'll stabilize. So the success is a good outcome,
And then that's it. I
unless
just
the
roll
wolves,
once.
unless the wolves eat you. Yep, that's your turn.
Don't look at me, guys.
I mean, they do look hungry. And Freya, it is your turn. So you know the mechanics of this. When you're down, any attack against you that successfully hits is an automatic crit and is an instant double death save fail.
Oh,
Oh,
So-
I don't know those mechanics.
okay.
So if one of these direwolves chooses to attack you, you would immediately take 2 failed death saves. If a second direwolf attacks you,
I'm dead.
you're gone forever.
Why do you feel the need to explain that?
Sweet.
If you're
I just wanted you to know.
Are you gonna attack her?
So,
I'm not doing anything, but these very hungry wolves
sweet panda.
are gonna do what they do.
so,
I just wanna make sure that you're aware of the mechanics
That's
of the
true, that's
situation
true.
that you put yourself in.
so what I like to, so when I expend 1 charge and I use hold the line,
Yeah,
it's a reaction attack. So even if they're like attacking her, I can say, hey, I'm gonna hold the line.
yep.
Okay.
But you
like,
have to
on
be
her
within
turn.
melee range
Okay,
of the creature that's attacking.
got it.
So if you were,
So
let's
I gotta
say,
be, I gotta be right
here
there.
instead,
Uh-huh,
then you could affect this dire wolf.
yeah. Oops. Okay, let me just look at that. Oh, yes, that's where I'm going to, that is where I'm going to stand for now. But I'm going to attack the direwolf that attempted to attack me.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna bash.
Do it.
So let me bash. There I am. Nineteen.
19 definitely hits.
9, 10, 11.
11 points of damage. Very good.
And we'll bash the same one. Bash. She's like, ah, 24.
Yeah,
And
Hell yeah.
11, 12, 13.
nice. Two heavy cuts against the dire wolf. It is still up, bloodied, blood matting its fur, but it is still nipping at you.
Okay.
The sad thing is, Panda thought they were so cute before they tried to kill her.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Will you be able to turn into a dire wolf?
Because I think
If I
that was
survive
the,
this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If I survive this.
Right. So that was the dire wolf that Oh, sorry, I was raging as my bonus action right
Got
away on there. So that's why I didn't have another bonus action. So that was the direwolf that attacked her first though, right? The one that I'm in melee range to?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm. Okay, we're moving to Potom.
So
If you were in the exocomp, I don't know where he needs to be, but
you can actually just get rid of the exocomp because I am now the exocomp.
I like it. I'm gonna put a silver ring around you then for your
Okay.
armor.
Seeing that Pando goes down and that Air seems to be handling the wolf in front of us, I will Palm goes, activate photon torpedoes. And we are going to hit the wolf to the left and right of Pando. The one named Dum Dum Head. I don't understand. I went to ping both of those because that's what we used to do when Matt and I were playing over the pandemic. We had a program that we could ping things on the map, and you can't do that here. At least I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you can.
Yeah, if you really wanted to.
Ooh, I
Can
see
we?
pinging.
Oh yeah, no, I see it. I see it off to the left. Okay. Anyway,
But the other feature of this game is you can rename monsters Dum Dum Head. Apparently.
yes. I don't understand why I have that power, but I activate magic missile at 2nd level, giving me 2 missiles. So 1 at the left and right of Panda.
Magic missile at 2nd level gives you 4 missiles.
Oh, 4 missiles. Yeah, 2 at each of those.
2 at each. Okay.
And so it's 44 then, right?
2d4 plus 1, or 2d4, each wolf will take 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. So let's go like this.
Are you good at fast math generally?
Mostly.
Yeah.
D&D forces.
Yeah.
Forces the
1,
issue a lot.
2.
I did a lot of people's math for them over the last 48 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Like 17.
So here's for the wolf on the left is a 5 plus 2 is 7. For the
Okay.
wolf on the left. And Dum Dum Head will take 5 points of damage.
Okay. So those blasts of photonic energy slam into both of the wolves. They yip in pain, but do not look greatly disturbed by this.
Oh, the poochies.
Maybe distracted from their meal. We'll see. Does that conclude your turn, Potom?
Yeah, 1 spell do. Well, I'm not going to move. So, because we're in a that's good for me.
All right. Yeah, too bad your healer got ambushed immediately, taken out. All right, direwolf number 1 is going to continue its attack on Freya, or whatever numbers I've given.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Still learning this new character. I am going to initiate Guardian Armor, a defensive field, which gives me 5 temporary hit points.
This wolf is not named Bob. These people. It's Bobby. It's Bobby.
Bobby.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, and I got my numbering wrong, actually. Sorry. Ridiculous.
So we forgive you.
Okay. All right. So Direwolf is attacking Freya, misses badly. This Direwolf is going to turn and attack Freya. Oh, sorry. That first dire wolf gets to roll at advantage. That one hits. Because of pack tactics.
Pack tactics, man.
That is 6 + 3, 9 points of piercing damage, halved to 4. And you need to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Sorry, I'm having issues with my computer today.
okay.
Hey, okay,
You need dice, regular dice.
I got it. 20.
Okay, easy save. You still obviously took the damage. Clarissa explains it all, is now gonna attack you. Again, pack tactics. 4 and a 7. 7 + 5 is 12. I don't think that hits you.
It does not.
Okay. Dum Dum Head is going to even. It's going to take another bite out of Pando. Odd. It's going to move at Potom. Even.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
It is going to.
I'm just puppy chat.
It is going to take one more chomp out of Pando. Pando, take 2 death saves.
Oh my
2
God.
fails.
Okay. No. Okay.
Just
She's
ignore your down
almost
friend for a full round of
She's
combat.
can't
See what
do that.
happens.
Dead.
Trying.
And then Bobby Boy is gonna attack Air. That is a 15 Air,
I have 17 armor class.
so no dice for Bobby. Air, it's your turn.
Okay. Man, does Air have like anything?
Any potion?
healing? Anything?
No, you put everything in the.
Everything is combat for Air. Everything is
Shooter.
yeah.
Air
shoot
puts
Pando?
Pando out of her misery. Pando's suffering, and this is all I got.
She's like, bestie.
Okay, so action. So a help action though is like a full action. It's not a. Not full action, but it's not. It's.
You could attempt first aid as an
Or sorry,
action.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yes, that would be your action.
But how do I get there?
No, kill Bobby. Come on, man.
Just kill Bobby.
Bobby.
All right, I just want to tell you mechanically, you are the last player to act before Pando's turn.
Oh
Oh, so she has the opportunity to revive herself.
no!
I mean,
Sure.
that's
no.
true, but you will put her in a
Sure.
position where a single
gotta
failed death save will
seriously
end.
remember- first
Basically,
aid or
the firebolt
something.
can blow on me and I'm dead.
Well, no, with 2 failed death saves, if you roll badly,
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you yourself could just expire with a whimper.
No.
No, Air will. I think. You mean you tell me? You're the DM. I think she's fine because she's not leaving Bobby's.
Yeah, you're fine.
We're not provoking.
I mean,
any-
you're basically racing between the two of them in the midst of all this combat and trying to like apply pressure and stop the flow of blood out of Pando's ripped throat.
Yes. That is what Air tries to
So
do, but very
rude.
sloppily. She's not very. She's not. She's actually. Oh, gross blood.
Right.
I'm
I don't
not
like
excited
this.
about this.
Yeah. It's
I,
like
I believe
That's the
you
point.
should both have healing potions. I believe Potom had set you guys up with those.
Yeah, do you have anything
Yeah.
in your inventory?
That's cute.
Yeah, I thought that's right. Potom did
Oh.
actually like hand some out to people.
I don't think I took.
I'm really gonna want to see it in your inventory.
I don't think I took anything.
It's definitely in Pando's inventory.
Oh, it's in Pando's inventory.
Oh.
Well, if you want to
And
use your
also,
action- isn't it-
I handed those out to everybody. I'm fairly
Yeah,
confident.
he definitely did hand us.
Maybe
each
Air
one,
put
and
it
then
in
I
the
have an
box.
extra.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure Air doesn't have
I
it.
have potion of healing. I have one.
All right.
I have other nonsense, but not a potion of healing.
If Pando's got one in her satchel, you can use your action to reach in and apply it to her.
I also have a raven skull.
So look
Careful
out for
not to
look out for
touch.
other stuff.
I have thieves' tools. I have tricorn hats.
You could just place a jaunty tricorn hat on Pando and hope that the wolf thinks this is no longer a
And we'll
meal.
call her.
Oh, this man is just sleeping.
I'm so sorry. What did you say? So you did have a potion, and you're letting me take it and give it to her?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I
You'll
do
use
that.
you'll use your action to do that. Okay.
I do that.
So, Pando, you can roll for the benefits of that healing potion and,
And live another day.
Is that a D20?
No,
no.
it's like
So if you click on the potion of healing, it's
Oh,
two
the
D4
actual-
plus 2 for a standard potion of healing, which I assume is what you have.
Yeah, that's what all that Potom could afford to hand out.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have never exactly been flush with cash in this campaign, which
10.
I don't know
probably
why.
shifts at some point. But all right, so you heal for 10. Pando,
Once we
you
can
are-
turn in that writ for from what we the work for a university.
Yeah, that's true. You got some cash. You have an IOU yet.
I heal for 10, so.
It's the second best place to have cash.
You're right.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. Now,
Do you have a second action or you're?
no, you only get one action.
Yeah, I don't know. However you wanted to phrase it. If I use that bonus action and take the potion or something or whatever, it doesn't matter. Point is, I can't do anything else.
Yeah, this uses Air's turn. So meanwhile, from the shadows, Vulpin is going to call out, "Don't play with your food. Finish them." And he is going to toss another javelin
And hit his own wolf.
at Air. 13 plus 4 is 17.
Oh no, I celebrated too early.
Just hits, I believe.
Yep, that is true.
That is minimum damage, 3 points of damage, piercing damage.
Ha! Take that.
Woohoo! Pando, it's your turn. You do not have to make a death save because you are conscious, though you are prone on the ground.
Gonna say Panda's a little disoriented.
Fair.
Looks into Air's eyes.
Got mauled. You just got double mauled by wolves.
Air, you're the last one I expected to see over me.
Right.
I feel like Air's like, I saved you, and runs away.
And it's not that you're like, oh my god, I was mauled by wolves. You're like, oh my god, air came over.
Right?
Air.
Air.
Bats
Okay.
away the hand.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and wild shape.
Oh,
Yeah, do
Give
it.
myself a little buffer.
Seems wise.
Seems wise.
Is it a bear?
It's a jaguar because I wanna
Cats.
use that one.
Jaguar.
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 But like still very disoriented. So like as I wild shape, I don't look like intimidating. I can look like a Kit Kat just sitting there
Look
like,
kinda-
what's happening?
You'll be shocked to hear that I don't have access to a jaguar.
Oh, I put the stats in our Discord chat.
I just meant as a
Token.
token,
Oh,
but
that's right. We're so withholding.
there we go. There's a little jaguar.
Alex.
Oh, kitty.
All right, you are now a jaguar. That's your bonus action. So you still have an action should you choose to use one.
Yeah, I wanna summon my fae.
Can you summon?
Can you cast spells while you're wild shaped? Is that a thing?
Oh no. What? Oh, I can't hear anybody. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt, you muted your thing.
Hey, back.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear
Yeah,
everybody.
I think
The
we just
connection
lost
went
our
a little weird.
connection
Oh, I gotcha.
for everybody, but we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
Okay, so Jaguar, D20 plus 5, so 19 to hit.
19 will definitely hit Dum Dum Head.
Yay. And then, it's a contest of strength with the first bite, so if I succeed, target is grappled.
Oh, wow.
I've not had that before.
Nice. All right, we'll do your damage first.
Okay. Damage for the first one is
What's the-
D10 plus 3.
Wow, this is, I mean, the imagery is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a jaguar.
Jaguar
grappling,
direwolf.
yeah,
With the dire wolf, yeah.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
So 7 for damage for the bite.
Okay. And then we're doing a strength contest.
Yes.
So Dum Dum Head has a +3. He rolls a 14.
Okay. Is it just a D20 when you do a test like that?
Plus your modifier, so I think yours is also.
But isn't it this stat?
It's that.
So 17 plus 3.
No, you roll the d20 and then plus 3.
Gotcha. $13.
All right, he beat you by 1.
I know.
So
I do have a second bite.
go for it. Bite twice.
Sorry, the second one is.
Double your pleasure, double your
The
fun.
second one is my claw. What did you say?
Double your pleasure, double. All right, claw attack.
Yep. Which is going to be D8 plus 3, 8.
You need to roll a d20 to see if you hit with the claw attack. I like the confidence.
I know, right?
You do not.
11.
No.
Okay. Just kidding.
Just kidding. All right, Freya, you're up next.
I'm gonna go for poo poo head.
All right, attack on Poo Poo Head.
Yes. Jumped up at the end.
23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
11.
All right.
Freya's like,
You
die!
carve deeply into the flank of Poo Poo Head, and though this poor dire wolf, his fur is just coated with blood now, and it's limping on 3 feet. It is still up, and Vulpin yells from the bushes, "Kill her, Poo Poo Head!"
But
Still alive.
23 to hit poo poo
Oh,
head.
not anymore then.
And 11, 12, 13.
Right.
Probably should have gone for Clarissa Explains It All.
Poo Poo Head falls to the ground dead, and Vulpin calls out, "No, Poo Poo Head! You were always my favorite." Dum Dum Head looks over his shoulder, sad,
That's not what you said last
a morose look on his big dumb face. All right. Anything else, Freya?
Oh yeah, you know what? I still have a bonus action. I could charge Bobby. 5 and 5 down. Like this. Oop, into here. You count that as a straight enough line at the end for an attack?
It's a stretch.
It's a 5 straight line. I think I just have to go 10 feet in a straight line.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, all right then, I'm attacking Bobby. You're next, Bobby. That's a 27
Mhm.
and 12.
Right. Bobby didn't have much more going on. And Bobby falls.
Buddy.
Oh, Bobby, you were actually my least favorite, but still, I'm disappointed in you. And that brings us to Podham's turn.
Well, Potham is going to look at it. Clarissa Explains It All and say, "How about some thunder?" And we will rush up and
You go over
Hit
to the
her with
side of
our-
her so you can flank her.
thunder gauntlets for a 16.
That hits.
And a 10 points of damage.
Okay, Clarissa takes 10.
And then we'll hit her with the right hook of the Thunder Gauntlet. Oh no, a 12?
That'll miss.
Oh, nuts. And that's that.
All right, nice job. Thunder Gauntlets in battle for the first time. Pretty fun. The dire wolf is going to respond by attacking you back, Potom. So Clarissa nips at you, and at this point, I guess, you are not within 5 feet of one of her allies, so this will not be at advantage. Natty 1. No strike for Clarissa. Dum Dum Head is going to attack the Jaguar, also not at advantage anymore. That is a 15 to hit. What is the armor class of the Jaguar?
The armor class is less than the bear.
Okay, that's probably gonna take a hit.
13.
All right, so you are hit for 8 plus 3, 11 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength save.
Okay.
That does save, so you
Yay.
are not knocked prone
Thank God.
by the dire wolf. Air, you are up now.
Okay. Air's gonna move here. And Air's going to cast Thunder Step because she's never done it before.
Cool.
And what Thunder Step does is I teleport myself to an unoccupied space that I can see within 90 feet. And then everyone who's left, anyone within 10 feet of the space I left, must make a Constitution saving throw, 3d10 thunder.
I like it.
Did you say thunder?
Thunder.
Thunder
Thunderstruck.
cats. All right.
Yeah, thunder.
Dum Dum Head is going to make a Constitution save. That's a 3 plus 2 is 5.
Well,
Fails.
the save is 16, so.
This was close. So do your damage
I will.
to Dum Dum Head.
Seven. That's not very impressive for 3d10.
It's yeah, you could have rolled better on that, but it's a
Holy
cool.
shit.
It's still a cool spell, and
Yeah.
and at certain moments super
It
useful.
can be
Like
cool.
if
Yeah,
you're
yeah. If you're
surrounded,
trying to get out of it, yeah.
it's out of a sticky situation. All right, and you appear right in front of Vulpin.
Yeah. I make silly faces.
Nice.
Give him a wet willy.
Excellent. Vulpin's turn is up next, and he is going to use a special action. So he's gonna growl in frustration as he watches his trained dire wolves start to lose this battle and say, "Ugh, stupid pack. Sometimes you just have to handle these things yourself." And Vulpin is going to transform.
Thought he was gonna do something crazy.
I stab him while he's transformed.
Sorry, you've already used your action. Vulpin shape changes into his wolf-human hybrid form. And in his hybrid form, that was his action, so he can't do anything with that, but he does gain some resistances, and he'll do his stuff next turn. Pando, Jaguar, your turn.
Let's kill him.
Who we killing? Dum Dum Head? Clarissa?
I really, really dislike Dum Dum Head.
Makes sense?
Yeah, I feel like that blood on its face is mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
So that's who I'm going for. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, it does. Okay. That's gonna be 7
Okay.
for my bite. And now I have to do a contest of strength to grapple.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really cool once you get like.
Dum Dum Head got a 19.
And that is more than I got. So I need to work on my grappling.
He is nearly double your size, so
Yeah.
in your defense.
I grappled like a paw.
Kid, come here.
And then
It's like-
now for my second move. 13 plus 5 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And then my claw. 8 plus 3. 11.
That is exactly the remaining hit points of Dum Dum Head,
Oh, he is
who
toast.
falls under your teeth and claws, your flurry of teeth and claws. Take him out. Do you wish to move or remain near Clarissa?
Let me move a little bit away.
Okay, she is gonna attack you.
Oh, then I don't want to.
Just kidding.
Thank you for that reminder. I
No
always
problem.
forget that that's a.
Freya, you're up.
Can I insert myself real quick?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that everything's kosher. So I have been concentrating on Hex. But I did take damage, so I should have rolled the concentrations. Check.
Oh, right. How much damage did you take? Not that.
3.
3. Oh, yeah. So you just need a 10 or higher.
Oh, I didn't. Is it different? If you had taken more damage, it's a higher roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I
so
didn't know that.
it's 10 is the base, but if you take more than 20 damage, it's half of whatever you took. So like if you took,
Oh.
yesterday I was running a session and I did 44 damage
Oh,
to a
Jesus.
guy. And so he needed to roll a 22
Oh.
to succeed on his concentration check.
Oh, okay.
Did he?
He did not.
Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
No,
Only 'cause I will be casting.
I'm gonna dash and bash. Straight up here.
Ooh,
Dash
okay.
and bash.
I like that.
She's just loving this new sword so much. All she wants to do is just slash everybody with it.
It's a happy moment to find yourself with a new
16.
magical weapon.
16.
16 does hit.
Okay. That's 11, 12, 13.
Hmm.
13 and, so first action, I'm gonna bash him again.
Okay.
Let's see, 22 to
Definitely
hit.
hits.
10, 11, 12 of damage.
Oh boy.
And I got my last one. 22,
Yep.
15, 17.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I hate werewolves. I don't know why. I just do.
Vulpin is in a bad way very quickly as a large silver dragonborn barbarian charges up and lays into him with 3 massive greatsword slashes. Potham, you're up next.
All right. So I think that Panem is also going to do what he will describe as a dash and bash. And so with his warhammer in his right hand, he will do this whole move where he spins at the waist to hit the Clarissa Explains It All. But then he will be bringing in the spin around with his Thunder Gauntlet for a second attack with the left.
Nice.
So it'll just
Oh,
be
so
a
it's
quick
a
little
bash
spin
and
around.
bash.
The bash and
Bash,
bash.
bash.
I like.
So here we go with the Warhammer attack of a 17.
Yep, that'll hit.
Single-handed damage of 9 points.
Okay.
And a bashing of the Thunder Gauntlet as it comes around. Oh, yeah.
Crit.
Ooh.
Double crit and tornado day. Oh, love
I
this.
just don't even understand how you have that much damage on that thing. It's insane. It is insane.
This is insane. The
So,
Guardian.
14 points of damage, and then I roll a 1d8. For a single point.
Hey, irrelevant as you obliterate Clarissa. Your thunder gauntlet leaving a charred, singed circle of fur on her skull as she is knocked back into the woods. And that brings us to the top of the order, Air. You're standing face to face with a werewolf who was recently almost cut to ribbons.
Yeah. Well, Air's going to move Hex to the ribbon werewolf,
Got it.
and then she's gonna continue with the ribboning.
Ribbon ending?
Ribboning.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Riveting?
23 to hit.
Indeed.
Here we go. 15 plus. Don't take this away from me if he's already dead. I want to make sure. 18.
With 16 hit points left, that is just enough
All right.
to take out Vulpin the werewolf.
That was, we made quick work of that werewolf.
Yeah,
He
you
didn't
really
even get,
did.
he
You
didn't
didn't
get
know.
through one round.
We didn't know what he was up against.
Right.
We didn't get to see him do any cool werewolves.
No, he
I know,
didn't.
he didn't.
He really wasn't given the opportunity.
Nope.
So, you know what, I was totally thinking, as a quick little break, I was totally thinking, have you seen this reel? Here, just press it. That's what it reminded me of, you with the spider that went away. Here.
That's great.
No, stop. Okay, here, you gotta watch it. That was the jaguar looking for that phase spider.
I think it would be kind of fun to have a wolf hide after making jokes about the jaguar hide. I think that a wolf hide would be nice to ride on in this
Yeah.
new,
Especially a direwolf, a
machine.
big shaggy
Yeah, I
direwolf.
know, I was kind of.
Right?
Isn't that funny?
And that's a natty 20 for that too. Third crit of the day
Oh my
for
goodness.
26.
Wow.
All right,
Rigged.
you beautifully skin one of these direwolves. I think Bobby is probably the most attractive of the direwolves.
Yeah, okay.
Really.
I
That's
like
why,
that.
that's why the werewolf didn't like him.
Bobby boy. Yeah, a direwolf skin. It's big. It's like polar bear rug size big. And
That's a lot to work with.
Yep, definitely. As you bed down to rest for the night after your third day of travel, everyone just earned 375 experience points
75!
for that combat.
Where are we going here?
375 is it? 375.
375.
Even if I was mostly dead for all of it.
Yes, you get full participation, maybe especially because of your
And it 375. Just
375. That's what you get.
all right, we're inching closer. Inching closer.
Ooh, man, I'm gonna have to dive into this later.
All right. We're back to our travels. Did that get anyone there?
It did.
Okay, nice.
I didn't have anything
We're
prepared,
inching
though.
along.
Yeah, we're close. We're close.
You got a
And I
lot
was
of
literally licking her wounds.
got a lot of journey ahead of you yet. So we'll see see what happens. So that was 3 days of travel. You've made it probably a quarter of the distance at this point. And as we move into our next day journey, this little stream you've been following doesn't dry up, but it sort of ends in a little oasis-looking pool with some palm trees around it. A good place for your breakfast, or maybe that's where you bed down for the night before you start your 4th day of travel. And as you set off to the southeast for another day of travel, you shift into much more arid landscape. So the grasses start to recede, the palm trees become more infrequent, and you find yourself really marching across a hard-packed desert landscape. It's not pure desert, you're not marching over dunes or anything, but water's a little harder to come by, forage is a little harder to come by. The good news is the visibility is great. You can see for miles in every direction because there's very little obscuring your view. So I need someone to make a perception check. This one can be at advantage. I need someone to make a survival check and someone to make a luck roll.
It's like the perception.
All right, Air is keeping watch.
I'll do the luck.
All right,
Do
luck
survival.
roll,
And you said survival is at advantage?
survival, no, perception's at advantage.
Perception.
Survival's just regular.
19.
right.
18.
13 survival.
Okay, solid. So you said 18?
18 for luck.
Okay, so keeping a sharp eye out, you manage to avoid any hostile encounters as you travel across the desert. With a 13 survival, you said?
Yep.
With a 13 survival, you do not suffer the effects of desert exposure as you're able to keep out of the worst of it, occasionally finding good places to rest, pando spots, some places where wildlife make it obvious that there are small water deposits and things like that. And you actually make really excellent time. So this is a full day of uneventful journey. Anything that the party wants to do or talk about as you travel through the desert today?
Just a question as to our resting capabilities as we are traveling. Because we are traveling, are we not able to like take short and long rests? Like we have to stay put if we're doing resting, correct?
Yeah, you can't rest while you travel.
Okay. So just non-combat doesn't constitute like regenerating hit points.
Correct, but
Okay.
every night that you guys finish, you take a long rest.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
at the conclusion of today's full day of uninterrupted travel, you can take a long rest before you start your
Okay.
fifth day of journeying.
Perfect.
As a brief aside, Air, as you all have been moving now in a mostly southeasterly direction.
Oh,
Wait.
that's not where I want to go.
Yeah, you're moving southeast.
I want to go southwest.
Yeah, the feeling from your magic box is getting slightly less, not dramatically so, but yeah, you're no longer heading directly towards whatever that
Well,
was.
Box, put something interesting in the west, and maybe I can convince these hooligans to go to the west. You put all the cool stuff to the east.
It's tough. All right, day 5, you are still in the desert, and this desert extends as far as you can see in the direction that you're heading. So it looks
Better
like
go west.
looks like you'll be marching through the
peaceful
desert
there.
for some time yet. So who's going to keep watch today during your travel?
Is that perception?
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep watch.
All right, Potam's going to keep watch.
I'll do survival.
Survival for Freya, and who's rolling luck?
I can roll luck.
Pando for luck.
Is that
All
just
right,
D20?
Yep,
We
just
don't
a
have
straight-
like an actual
straight D20.
luck button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22 for survival.
22 for survival is a great roll. Potom, luck roll.
20,
Or sorry,
not a
perception.
natty 20.
30, 20
not a natty
for
20.
perception.
20. Yeah.
Excellent. All
And
right.
an 11 for luck.
And an 11 for luck. Okay. Well, this was another good day then. I think with that high a survival roll and perception roll, and a non-eventful day, we're gonna say you gain a half day's travel more
Ooh.
today than you expected. Yeah, you make good use of the time. You're able to take very brief breaks and avoid
Nice.
some
Some
things that might
pitfalls,
have been
yeah.
a setback, with a shrewd use of your survival skills and your perception roll. Which takes us into the next day of travel.
Day 6.
This is your 6th day on the road. Let's roll them again. Just gonna keep doing this.
I'll go luck this time.
All right, luck for Potom. Who's gonna be watching out?
I'll do survival, but it didn't go well last time.
Yeah, all right, so Air's gonna do survival, and
I can
Panda,
do
why don't you give me a
perception.
perception check?
Oh no, Air.
26.
26 perception is very good. Survival, I assume that means it was poor. I didn't
4.
see a 4. Okay, that's bad news.
But I'll
And-
see it from
Yeah,
far away.
exactly.
And what was our luck roll?
Was 8.
8. All right.
Ooh, let's fight something.
No, you're not gonna fight something
This is the-
except
Yeah.
the sandstorm.
Oh.
So, a fierce wind starts to pick up midday, and unfortunately, you don't have as much warning as you would have liked. Air, reacting quickly, tries to get you into the leeward side of a nearby sort of rocky dune structure, but
Unfortunately, it's a sandworm.
instead plants you in a spot that is actually more exposed than it appears, with wind howling in between some of the gaps. And I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm not gonna be trusted with the map.
19 for Bottom.
19
Oh,
Hannah got a 9.
I got a 6.
Go 5.
and a 5.
And
All
I
right,
have a 5 modifier. I rolled a natty 1.
Bottom, you're okay. I think you kind of just close up your armor.
It's not fair. He has an exoskeleton.
Yeah, it's just.
Freya's really
yeah,
big. She has no-
Well, again, it's very much open. I think I just kind of wrap myself in the dire wolf hide
Yeah,
Still
Bottom
nice
builds like a
and
little tent
kinda
with
sweat lodge.
direwolf hide, yeah, sweat lodge.
And
over the top of the
Desert
exocom. I just look like a furry machine now.
You- I think you should change your name online to Furry Machine.
Oh, please do.
I think
You got it.
I can't imagine
this
anything
isn't
going
the right
on.
platform.
I can't imagine anything. Do that on Discord.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be great.
Yeah.
So there's
Freya's not a natural desert animal.
no, it's very much the opposite. The consequences of this are as follows. Everyone except Potom is going to take a point of exhaustion. And this also sets you back a half day of travel. So the benefit you received from good rolls yesterday has been lost. You did make some progress, but
Where's what's exhaustion
You have
under?
Conditions.
it's under
Oh,
condition.
Yeah. I forget what it does exactly. Oh, they changed that too in the new rules, I think.
Oh, I haven't read it.
Oh, yeah.
But in this case, it gives you disadvantage on your ability checks. So
That was 1 point of exhaustion.
1 point of exhaustion, you know? So as you start your 7th day of travel, Potom is the only one who will not be rolling at disadvantage. What is the role you want to put Potom in?
Oh,
He's the only
Survival.
one without sand in his eyes who got a decent night's sleep.
Survive. Oh.
Oh no, I would
Would
say
you say
for the
survival or what?
perception. You want
No.
you want Potom looking out. You want him to be looking to see.
Bro, I
We don't
got a
wanna put-
26 and we all ended up with exhaustion,
Yeah.
so.
Exactly. I think you definitely need to go on luck.
All right.
well, I don't,
Well,
luck doesn't
you will,
bonus
luck is
that.
not luck is
not-
not an ability check.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah, no, I just do that straight.
Yeah, do.
Survival or perception, you're probably gonna want them.
Do perception, then I'll do survival. I have a decent modifier on it, so even at disadvantage, I hope I can.
All right, Potom, give me a perception check.
I'll roll up.
That's a 19 for perception.
19 for perception is great. And Freya,
13 at disadvantage.
13 survival check, and Air,
6.
6 for luck. Okay.
I also believe that like the higher luck doesn't really mean anything. Like higher.
No, I mix it up every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, high is not always necessarily good.
Interesting.
But
What
you,
about for perception?
That's
high perception is good.
But then if we have a 26, I have a 26 for perception,
Yeah.
how did we not know that the sandstorm was coming?
You knew it was coming, you reacted poorly to it.
was air.
Your terrible survival check is
Gotcha,
what led you to make a poor choice in the midst of the sandstorm.
gotcha. That's why I was like, even if you have high perception, if your survival's low, you can be like, look, as it's stabbing you.
Yeah.
I knew it!
I totally saw this coming.
So happy that we saw this coming.
This is another weather event. And your perception check was good. Your survival check was
Decent.
fine. But this is more of a flash flooding situation.
Oh
So
my.
Oh my god.
a thunderstorm rolls in after the second day after this sandstorm, and out here in the arid desert, when it rains, it pours and there's nowhere for the water to go, and it quickly interrupts your travel. You're forced to take shelter for hours,
Wow.
allowing you only to make a half day worth of journey today. But you are able to get a full night's rest, and so the exhaustion passes.
Well, I did want to have one more chance in this game, at least once more, to grab Erin and pull her out of the water. So Freya was happy to do that for you.
sure
Just
there'll
held
be
you straight up in the air and
I'm
walked you
sure
over to her
there'll be
shelter.
many more opportunities for you to hold air dangling over the water.
Did you say
Acts like a
our
cat.
exhaustion is gone?
Your exhaustion is gone,
Okay.
yeah, because you do get a full
Long
night's
rest.
sleep.
Perfect.
The flooding just slows your travel. Okay, next day of travel, we've got straight rolls all around. You are still in the desert today. This is a
This is the
very
longest-
large desert.
I don't like
Longest
that.
single journey we've taken. in
Oh,
this.
yeah, yeah, this is a
I'm
straight
gonna-
up long march.
I'll do the luck roll.
And you're
I'll
like
do the
halfway
survival roll this time.
I'll do perception,
there. Okay,
just straight perception, not advantage.
nope, no advantage.
Or
10,
disadvantage.
10 for
All right,
luck.
we've got a strong survival check,
21 perception.
and a strong perception check, and a 10
For luck.
for luck.
Oh,
That's
so you just have different things assigned for luck each
That's right.
time. Then we
Yeah, I've got a
it. I
random,
think I
I've
did
got a
know that
random
too, that's
table.
right.
Yep. With a 10, things go well. This is an uneventful day. You have good rolls, so you keep your eyes out, you make good choices, and you get a full day's journey in. Towards the end of this journey, you come back into an area where the grasses return. And so you're now into long rolling hills. This is an interesting spot because as you look out ahead of you, you have, again, miles and miles of visibility. But this is an area where, as you look out across it, it almost looks unnaturally consistent, the landscape, by which I mean, there's the hills ripple in almost a uniform way from miles off into the distance. It looks as if the best description I can give is like if the land became liquid for a moment and someone dropped a pebble in it and then ripples of water went off in all directions and then it suddenly froze in place. And now grass has grown over all of those ripples. But those ripples are hills 20 to 30 feet high.
Are we able to identify like a center? Like
Uh,
where the pebble would have been dropped?
It's hard to say. It's because they're so broad that you can't see a curve. But if you were very high in the air, you think maybe you'd be able to.
Is it like a
recognize something
hard
like that.
line where we're just like exiting the desert and entering this rolling hills?
No, it shifts slowly over time. So
Okay.
the hills start to grow larger and larger, but you're crossing the hills as you
Gotcha.
move southwest. So you
Have
don't
we-
need to climb them.
Have we now traveled far enough that we are now entering an area that is dominated by a different ethnic group at this point? Because it was Minotaur land.
Yeah, great question. So
Is it still Minotaur
make
land?
Snake people.
it's all just snake people.
All the way down off of.
Swarms of snake people.
Always has been. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
If anyone would know anything, or
Make a history check.
okay,
See if you have a sense of
I have a plus.
the map of the empire.
Could I assist in that?
Please, right?
Yeah, go for it. Can help.
Nat 20.
It's a fuck.
Okay. Nat 20 is good.
Good, because I rolled a 9 previous to that.
So, yeah, I think you've got a pretty good sense that that beyond this desert, the desert that you just crossed marks the boundary of the traditional Minotaur territory. And that you are now entering an area that, while it is ostensibly and officially under imperial control, there's not a
Their
strong
influences.
imperial presence here. What you know of this region is that while there are still coastal towns that are probably primarily Minotaur population, inland there are tribes of gnolls that live in this area. Some Minotaurs that would be considered more pioneers out in this area, or kind of outcasts. And also just a mashup of all kinds of races. This is more wildlands down here than anything. Not a lot of
So
settled
it's
territory.
diverse, but it's wildlands, it's not like city.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't
Frontier.
you haven't seen even a town
Yeah.
in 6 days.
Yeah, I'm picturing like, Wild Wild West kind of.
Absolutely. Like in the days where the railroad was being laid down, if you were riding your horse across Montana, that's that vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could travel for days without spotting a campfire for a long, long way.
Yeah. And often the people you're finding are people who have left,
Civilization.
for one reason or another.
That's right. Yeah, that's very much this territory, especially what you just traversed, that desert. Nobody's going out there unless they really, really have to. But now, as you look across these rolling hills in the distance, these are pleasant grassy hillsides. I mean, it looks like nothing more than pasture land. So who knows what lies in front of you. Speaking of, we're setting off on another day's journey today.
Is this day 9?
Yeah, it is. You haven't made 9 days worth of progress, but this is the start of your 9th day.
Air will perceive things.
All right, Air's keeping an eye out.
She can't be trusted with survival.
Yeah, I think Air's probably banned
I'll do
from
survival.
bushwhacking.
I'll luck it out.
All right, I like it.
Survival 9.
Survival 9, perception 9,
Yep.
and
Luck 17.
luck 17. Okay, very good. Well, lucky for you, there was not really anything to spot today. And you spend the entire day on Cricketback, just cresting these hills endlessly, one after another, after another, after another. And you make excellent progress, but it's almost a little hypnotic after a while because it's so repetitive, so the same.
Did we pass that rock before?
Yeah, there is definitely that sort of feeling of many moments of deja vu or confusion or disorientation. And by the end of the day, though you are fairly certain you've gotten in a full solid day of travel and used the sun to keep you on target. As you look around now, those hills just go in every direction.
I would like to look into that because that is messing with my engineer's brain.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really like to just really take a good sort of gander of looking for anything out of the ordinary. Why things didn't get closer. There's something that we're missing. And that's what Potham is looking for.
Okay. Well, and just to be clear, I'm not specifically saying you didn't make any progress today. I'm just saying that the landscape here is so consistent and
You just can't be
that
sure.
sense of sameness. I mean, what you can say is you look behind you and you don't see the desert anymore.
That's true.
So there's that.
You've gone
Like you've clearly
far, yeah.
moved, but everything in front of you and everything behind you now looks the same, and that
Okay.
is
Well, and that's, I guess, what Potham is trying to figure out of like, okay, where are we? Where are we?
okay.
How,
If only
You know,
Hannah was
he's-
better at directions, she could have manipulated the situation to go west.
That's true. That's very true.
But
Will
she
you hand me
can't.
one of those cookies?
But she's not.
Thank you. All right, Potham, why don't you make you can make an investigation check here if you want to try to
okay, that roll was a 15.
star sighting and
Yeah. You know, I guess every time that I think of Potham like trying to noodle something like this out, like when he was doing the whole monoliths thing, is every time that Doctor Who does the gravity check. Oh, you're not all Doctor Who fans. Never mind. Anyway, it's this funny little dance where he's checking the gravity.
so
And-
I think with a 15, you confirm fairly quickly. I mean, Potham can't like flip on his GPS or anything, but
Right.
using some star sightings and doing some quick math and checking the logs of how many steps your Steel Defender took, I think you can say with mathematical confidence that you have traveled the distance you expected to travel in a day and that you traveled it in the right direction. But I think what gets Potham's little rock gnome brain kind of stuck is thinking about how diminishingly unlikely this sort of landscape would be to occur naturally. And the scale of magical event that would have to happen to create this sort of landscape through transmutation or some kind of gravitational warping or something like that. And so I think Potham probably spends a lot of the next day on his ride just sort of spinning on that idea. And
Sure.
I don't know if he's an out loud brainstormer, but just spouting theories about what could have made something like this happen 500 years ago or whatever.
I definitely think that there are like etchings on the inner, like he's got his little grease pencil out and there's etchings on the inside bicep of the exocomp, just far enough that he can reach over and look at it from time to time to just kind of like keep notes and figure stuff out. There's definitely moments where he's talking out loud, and then when somebody goes to talk to him, he's like, shh, stop.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Okay. Continuing to march across the grasslands on the next day. Who's taking point? Who's keeping watch? Somebody give me a luck roll.
I can do survival.
Mm-hmm.
Air will roll luck. She's not allowed to roll survival anymore.
I got a natural 20.
Excellent.
Potham, you want to hit perception or should I?
I think you should, because I think narratively Potham is distracted.
Oh, 10 for perception.
Okay.
7 luck.
7 luck. As you continue cresting these mounds over and over and over again, Pando, you are the first to notice a slight change to the landscape. And what it is that you perceive is that one of the hills up ahead of you is the first distinction that you notice in one of these hills for dozens of miles at this point.
So I'm like, hey, Potom, that one looks different.
And as you get a little closer, you all gather around and see that at the crest of this hill, something huge has dragged a furrow through it. A furrow the size of a large wagon, the kind that a team of oxen would pull. And it's like something big and heavy just was dragged across the top of this hill. And with your relatively low perception roll, you do only at this point see it, but off in the distance to the west, moving away from you, is another one of the massive land battleships that you encountered to the north, or maybe the same one. It's hard for you to say how quickly these things move or how far they range. It's a good 10 miles off probably. And so you can see it clearly in the distance because it is so massive. And you can see that it is moving away and getting smaller. Some of the billowing clouds of black smoke belching out of the top, sort of a dead giveaway. But obviously this thing is moving across this area, and occasionally you see one of its legs drag through, not quite clear one of the hillocks, and plow a furrow like this through it as it marches off into the west.
Unconsciously, Pando just goes behind Freya.
I know. And Susan just looks back at Freya like, what are we doing?
But other than that, you make good progress today.
Still the grappling hook, guys.
I mean, round two. I mean,
Yes.
Totally see
Yes.
this time.
I think round two. We should take this thing. We could take it. We could take this thing again. We could do it this time.
Well, a puppy almost killed me, so I feel like I shouldn't try.
I think that we're far enough behind that we need to just keep going.
or we could chase
Think
it.
about what this could do against Yuppie.
Who?
Might be helpful against Yuppie, yeah. Oh yeah, Yuppie?
You guys are just on vacation now.
Yeah.
Right.
New phone, who dis?
This is nice. I can do this with you guys forever.
We just
Circle
go
around
off
this-
grinding the rest of.
Let's just grind experience in this wilderness and run this random encounter table for the next year and a half.
So we're strong enough to take on the
Yeah.
moving battle.
Yeah,
Shit.
Oh, shoot.
For level 20, we could like.
What?
You guys are, that was your 10th day of travel.
Yeah.
Which means.
I have so much Yuppie to roll. Hang on.
Why do you? We have to.
Sorry, hang on.
There should be a cutoff on that.
Yeah, we should come up with like a code word that's not Yuppie.
Sorry, that brings
Right.
the Yuppie clock to 38
That's
days.
a long time.
Oh, this is so good. All right, 1. That's a 4. I gotta make tally marks here. That's so nice.
We're gonna have to pull out all the stops
2.
with Kimba's Khaled.
Well, and
3.
while you're rolling for Yuppie, Pando asks everybody if they think it's time to try to check in with the Raven, or if we want to not draw any attention to ourselves, because there's always that chance when I dream with the Raven spell. Like if we wanna just keep heading, since we're technically,
I think we could run the Raven. Let's run the Raven.
So downside is
Yuppie would know where we
Yuppie is
were.
where we are. Upside is
Possibly.
we know where Yuppie is? Is that what this is?
Possibly and
Is that what
possibly.
there, it's a gamble, cause like it doesn't always show me clear, like, this is where she is and what she is doing right now. It can be like a moment in time,
But same on her side, it seems. She doesn't always seem to, like when she saw you, she kind of realized where we were, but she didn't, well, now she's 10 days stronger. But
she's 10 days stronger, and we have no idea how close she is in relationship to us.
Nice.
We have a pretty good idea that we're heading in the same direction though.
Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to check in and see if you guys
think we
wanted me
should-
to try or no.
Does it make a difference?
Risk benefit.
What is the benefit of doing it?
I don't know,
Honestly.
that's how I view it, is like, if we do get some like images
Mm-hmm.
from her, we don't know how to interpret them, like, is this?
We don't always,
Yeah.
no. And we don't even know if, I mean, maybe it'll show us like what she's been up to. I hear a
Maybe it
lot of
won't.
like,
Yeah.
that's really good roll.
Or a lot of just
But
like.
You don't know.
But also she
You
could
know.
just like touch my nose and kill me. I don't know. Like this is a very,
Totally could.
Well, that's not a good sign.
yeah.
That'd be amazing. Power word boop. All right, sorry, caught up on the Upido stuff. Interesting happenings in that area.
When do we get to, is it only through my Raven gamble that we like get to know what she's up to potentially? Like we have no other way of learning about in the story, in game, where we are right
We could run
now.
into her.
Right,
we could
we
talk
could be like,
down.
hey girl,
We could
What
find,
you
we
been
could,
up
we
to?
could see like destruction or effects she's had on.
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, you're not in an area, you left the only area you had been in where you saw the direct effects
Right.
of Upido.
right,
And you've been marching every day directly away from that one
Right.
spot.
but in theory toward the spot that could potentially help us.
Yep, you're marching towards a potential clue.
Right,
Yeah, hash of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, you've got leads, you're chasing those leads.
Sure.
But you're right now you're in transit with
We're
these.
on vacation.
So out in the middle of the wilderness, do you have any other way to get information about Upido other than the Raven Skull? You do not.
Messenger pigeon.
right,
Yeah, if somebody with more powerful magic than you sends you a message spell, or something like that, then they could fill you in, but you don't currently have any allies to help you do that.
just for time, so you guys know, I have to start wrapping up around 5:30.
You got it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you do, just if you're like, where's Pando going?
I was gonna ask what the plan was, cause I'm getting questions.
We're gonna
Yeah,
Irish
you're-
goodbye that or like what?
You're probably about 2 days journey away,
Okay,
assuming that
From the
things
boat.
go well.
No.
From the fishing village of Quan Shu. Mm-hmm. So if I can get some more rolls,
Sure.
we can,
All survival.
All perception.
it's a luck then.
Oh,
11.
8. Potem is not paying attention.
and 4, wow, this is
Okay.
sad.
Ooh, we'll see what happens with the 4.
We will see what happens with 4. We're gonna have-
One more battle.
We're gonna get one more little fight in before Pando leaves, I think.
Oh my
is-
gosh.
Is the plan.
Wow, well, maybe that'll be enough to push you guys over the top to level 6.
Yeah, that would be great.
How far away are you?
No, I need I think we need 600. 615, I believe. Oops, oh. Backed out of my.
You turn a corner and that massive siege engine is.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna mention that Bria and I went to the Yerkes Observatory in Lake Geneva the other
Oh,
day
cool.
for one of their open nights, because they just recently were taken over by it was kind of left virtually abandoned by the University of Chicago
Oh, really?
for so years. Yeah, they really, which blows my mind, it's not like University of Chicago's strapped for cash. I don't know why they didn't keep it up, but anyway, it was recently transferred to a nonprofit that now runs it.
Cool.
And they have like an autofocus stuff, but I wanted to say that I highly recommend it. It's only, less than an hour from
Yeah.
Milwaukee, and it's really a great time. We saw Saturn and its rings and saw
That's so
Cool.
cool.
Nebula.
That's neat.
star clusters and stuff like that.
What's
It's cool.
the name of it again? Sorry,
What was that?
what's the name of it again?
Yerkes Observatory.
Yerkes, okay.
Yeah,
Yerkes.
Yerkes.
Okay.
Yerkes Observatory.
Yeah,
It's the
look at it.
largest refracting telescope in the world.
Oh, that's super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, basically it was built and then immediately was completely worthless because the rest of the world has moved on to refracting telescope, or I mean,
Yeah.
reflecting telescopes.
Yeah,
Immediately outdated after it was finished.
Awesome.
But it's, yeah, largest reflecting telescope.
so my mom's cousin,
You guys can jump into maps whenever you're ready. There is no surprise here as they're too big to hide out on these grasslands, but they were napping behind one of the mounds, and they roll over, stand up to their full 15-foot height, and
Oh, I thought those were just hills, yeah.
to Etten? I'm gonna go Etten.
I'm gonna go with that in, yeah.
A pair of them stand, they're double-headed, giant
Ooh.
visages looking over the mound at you, and they one of them turns in towards its partner head and says, "Looks like lunch," and the other one calls over, "You take the scaly one. I want the little one." And then they attack. Roll initiative.
12.
12 for Air,
20.
12,
20 for Pando,
12 for Freya.
12 for Freya,
And a
7 for bottom.
7 bottom. Okay, that means we will start at the top of the order with Pando.
Pando summons Betty and wild shapes because she doesn't want to die.
Nice, let me get you all the tokens. What are we turning into this time?
Jaguar. Now that I can be a cat,
I am
I am
gonna be
a
a cat.
cat.
Right. So we've got our Jaguar. And hide you, hide you away. Put you
Oh, where's
here.
the Steel Defender?
Have you guys seen Moana?
Yeah.
The first one, yeah.
In my head, like every time Pando acquires a new animal that she can wild shape into, it like tattoos itself on her back.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like how, Maui did that.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I have no idea if
Yeah.
that's lore friendly, but
No,
that's
but-
Cool with that. I like that flavoring.
But I do, I'm not really, I haven't really watched any of those movies since like The Little Mermaid, which is weird. I think I'm the only person on the planet who's never seen Frozen. But
Count your blessings.
yeah, I suppose. I do have to watch Luca now that we've been to Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre.
Yeah.
That's where it's from.
Pando, any movement?
Yeah, so actually Betty can,
You can place
I
her
can
anywhere
move her.
within 90 feet, so put her wherever you wanted her to appear. Anywhere on this map is valid with a 90-foot range.
Just goes up to it, just slaps it.
right? Oh wait, I can't move myself though, right?
You can move yourself, you have movement.
Okay.
Okay, are you putting Betty within range to attack? Because Betty's just
Yeah.
gonna get her turn.
Yeah,
Okay, and I'm gonna just move her up one, so she's in range, because I think,
sorry, I never know if it's like keep it that 5 distance or like right up on it.
needs to be right next, adjacent to it, unless you have, reach, which lets you attack within 10 feet or
Gotcha,
15 feet,
gotcha,
something like that, but
okay.
a standard 5 foot is
Okay.
true for most. So you can make your Betty attack,
Thank
if you'd
you.
like.
Yes. 11 to hit.
Misses.
Oh wait, it says plus spell attack 8, so that would be 19?
Oh, then definitely
Yes,
hits.
sorry. Sometimes I forget that. Okay. 6. Oh, 6, 8.
8 points of damage, all right. All right, Betty appears, flitters up a little closer to the Etten and just smacks one of them across his face. And a bright red handprint appears on his cheek, and he sort of turns and goes, "Hey." Freya, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my spider venom. Oh, I'm raging, I'll rage. I'm taking my spider venom that I just got and I'm dipping a javelin into the spider venom and I'm
Okay.
gonna throw it at that thing.
All right, it is an action to apply poison to your blade.
Okay, so it's
To your
just one
weapons.
attack, then I'll have, so I just have,
Just your bonus action attack, or well, your bonus action is to rage.
yep.
So if you're gonna, as an action, apply poison, that's all your
You
stuff.
both, yeah, you
I
got
get-
both of your
oh.
attacks.
Oh, I have to use both of,
Yeah,
both.
because your
of them.
the action is the single
All right, then-
consumable that gives you 2 attacks.
Okay, great. But if I'm not, if I'm not using my bonus action to rage next time, then I can dip it and then throw it twice, or throw it.
No, because it's an action to apply the poison. So you get a bonus action attack when you run real far.
Yeah.
So that would allow you
But I
to
couldn't-
dip it with your action and then still get a single attack in with the javelin.
Oh, but I can't use my bonus action to dip it.
No, it's not a bonus action, it's a full action to apply poison to a weapon.
Okay, so that's annoying.
Usually it's the kind of thing you do in a preparation for a battle,
Yeah,
not in
okay.
the midst of a battle,
Yeah.
but still do
Yeah,
it.
cause I think you can dip, can't you just dip a weapon in poison and it's just, that's it?
That's it.
It's just
Okay.
a poisoned weapon until you strike.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I
think
thought
yeah,
I couldn't
it's
do
like a
anything
built-in
with these
time
things
limit
until
or
battle.
No,
Well,
no.
after this battle, I'll just have to dip some then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'll have to use a javelin because that's what I got for
Okay.
throwing right now. I'm gonna throw it at that one.
Oh yeah, that was some
The one
serious
close to you?
poison too.
Yeah, it's hefty poison.
Okay.
It's a very low DC on
Oh.
the con save though.
But when it does hit, it hits.
Yeah,
11.
11 misses.
Okay, we'll try again. Another javelin. 24.
That certainly hits.
And we'll give him 11
Ooh, that's a good,
damage.
good shot with the javelin.
Yeah.
Ow! The javelin
You're gonna poke
poking
someone's
out
eye
of
out
his
again.
arm now.
It hurt!
Air, you're up next.
Air is going to dash. Which doubles your speed or something? I think?
Yeah, dash just gives you your movement again.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. And as a bonus action, cast Hex
Okay.
against the one it's next to.
Okay.
It's next
Got it. All right. And now it is the.
Oh, I
Ethan's-
would. Oh no! I always forget this. I like never use it, but I really should be using it probably more often. So as part of Hex, I get to choose choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made that ability. So
Yep.
I'm gonna say Strength,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Disadvantage on strength checks.
Right, to help with the grappling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart. All right. So that Etten has disadvantage on strength checks. It is going to go first, and before you guys.
Grapple it.
Before you guys get ahead of me on this, I'm just gonna name these guys.
Craig and Mike and Torrance and Ted.
All right, so Craig and Mike are going to, they're gonna slash out. One, Craig swings a battle axe at Betty. And where's my dice here? There they are. As a natural 20.
Oh, man.
So that is gonna be
Is Betty gonna get squished?
2d8 for 13 plus 16, 21, 34 points of slashing
She
damage
gone.
against Betty.
Just
Ah,
pop, like.
she'll be back. You're a little,
And Craig is gonna swing his Morning Star straight down at you, Air.
Oh, wait a second, so these guys are,
Oh yeah, they get a
It's a-
multi attack.
It's the two-headed monster.
It's a two-headed giant. They wield a massive weapon in each hand. So
not too bright, but pretty.
the Morning Star attack against you is
Instead
a
of doubling the
23 to hit.
intelligence, it fights each other
Right.
down.
And that is gonna be
Morning
a 13 points of piercing damage
Ah,
to you,
that
Air.
sucks.
Jeez, I would have
Could've been worse.
maybe cast a different spell if I known it was gonna hit that hard.
These are big boys.
13, right?
13 points, yeah. I mean, the first one was massive because it was a crit, but
Still.
still a lot of damage. These guys can deal a lot of damage. Unfortunately for you and your positioning, Torrance and Tad are just going to take 2 steps forward and attack. Both of them are going to attack Air.
I disagree.
So, and they're going to do it at advantage, as you are flanked. So, first, Torrance with his battle axe. That is a 19 plus a million. So it's definitely going to hit you. And he will deal 11 plus 5, 16 points of slashing damage. And then Tad,
Dude, these guys are a little.
these are big beefy boys. Maybe not the kind of boys to charge up into the middle of, but we're learning. We're learning combat tactics.
I do what I want.
That's a natural 20 from Tad. with
What?
his
How
Morning
did these
Star.
guys get two natural 20s?
Well, they are rolling at
Statistically.
advantage. I'm rolling in front of you on the computer.
I know, and I
Because
still
I
don't
get
like
yelled
it.
at. I get yelled at for my metal dice.
I don't.
Because they're weighted.
And so this is going to be that's minimum of 2.
I yell
plus
at you about the results of the dice, not the manner by which.
23 points. 23 points of piercing damage from the
Okay.
crit Morning Star.
Okay, well, that puts me. This is very unusual for Air to be in this situation. That puts her. Does it put me negative? No, it just puts me at 0 if it goes.
Yeah, you just zero out.
Yeah. See, look at it. Air doesn't even know how this works.
How do I even go down? I don't even know.
So now you're a death saving throw, right?
That is
Oh my
that
God.
is the situation, and I was about to cast my thunder
Yeah,
step
would
to
have
get
been,
out
that
of
would
there.
have been so fun. Except for now, all you're like you're dead and stuff. Let me just put a cool death overlay on you.
Well, guys,
Can I
Very
heal from wild shape?
Wait, don't you have a twin that's exactly like you? We've talked about this before.
You can't cast spells while you're wild shaped.
That's
Nope.
okay.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
Potham, you're up.
Potham is going to move 1, 2,
shoot me with a healing
3,
laser.
4, 5, and I imagine that being a little mountainous area, there are rocks around, correct?
Yeah, you can find rocks.
Okay, great. So a rock that is between me and Torrance and Tad lifts into the air. Well, Potham goes, a tractor beam! And a rock lifts into the air and throws itself at Torrance and Tad.
All right.
Dexterity of 17 for a save.
Oh, a dexterity save. That's not going to be good for these guys. At a -1, that is a 15. It rolled as best he could, but he couldn't get a 17.
And so he's going to take 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. All right. The rock slams into the side of Tad's head, and he shakes his head and holds it. Oh! And Torrance turns and looks at you and says, "Oh, me squish that one next." And Pando, it's your turn.
Bonus action shields up. Gives me 5 extra temporary hit points.
All right.
I'm going to, as my bonus action, flip out of wild shape
Okay,
and throw second level healing word at air. It's a 60-foot cast, so,
okay, you got it.
and that is gonna be 11.
Air,
Nice.
air appreciates it.
Yeah.
What goes around comes around, you know?
All right, Air's eyes flicker open, staring up at the two towering giants on either side of her. Pando, do you want to move or are you going to stay there?
I'm gonna stay here.
All right, you got it. Freya, you're up next.
All right, I'm going for Craig and Mike again. Oh, but I'm gonna move forward here. And we'll call on the power of Aspen Kimba.
Like it.
By the power of Aspen Kimba. And my, oh, go back. Ugh. Yeah, this thing keeps getting stuck down. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Do they have separate health pools?
The heads?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
that would be fun.
You have a dead head.
A dead head. Okay, got it. 23.
That'll hit.
Do 12.
Okay,
Hit him again. 19.
that also hits.
You get a 13, 14, 15 damage.
Nice.
What was that? 15? What was the last one? 11, did I say? No.
I got it all.
Okay, yeah.
All right, any bonus action?
Let's see. I mean, I can always. It's always about like where I can dash and you'll let me get away with it.
Yeah, that's true. Or you still have yet to use any of the charges in your sword. Had you bonus action first and used that pincer maneuver,
I know.
both of the attacks that you just made would have been at advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe something fun to think about.
No, I know. I'm thinking about it. I'm also thinking about how I gain the charges back, and I'm trying to be like, are we gonna have enough battles for me to gain those back, so that I kind of want to use my third option at some point here.
Fair.
So
Yeah, fair.
I'm trying to use that as. I do want to.
Sparingly.
I want to use it really bad. I want to do it really bad. But if I don't have all 12 charges when we find you, Pito, I'm gonna be really sad. So, would you take it if I dash down like this? That's not far enough to dash, is it?
Wait, how far do you need to dash to make it happen? 10 feet?
Well, it just has to be 10 feet straight and a straight line to
Yeah,
make that happen. So,
put yourself
okay.
there.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. Okay. I just wasn't sure if you'd take that.
And
or
when
not.
you're doing that, Craig and Mike cannot opportunity attack you, right?
They can at disadvantage.
Oh, at disadvantage. Well, they're certainly going to attempt
Okay.
to do that.
Sure. Go
Uh,
ahead.
They both get a roll.
That's a good question. Yeah, I think so. Because they're a single multi-attack creature.
Oh, then they should.
And then I think no. So at disadvantage, that's a 2. So miss.
Yeah.
All right. So you do your dash. And
then
bonus attacking
and
Torrance
we're
and
gonna just
Tab?
bonus attack. Yeah. There it is. 27
that'll hit.
and 14, 15, 16.
Nice.
Yeah, another big round of laying about you with this great sword.
Yeah, that's great. So having that attunement and that extra point, it actually really does help.
It's a big
So it
deal.
makes it hard to miss.
Craig and Mike holler out, "That scaly one's nasty. Smash her up, Tad." Air, your turn.
Okay, Air is now gonna do her Thunder Step.
Thunder,
Thunder
thunder.
Step.
I think
And,
a Thundercat's move.
well, because she's on the ground.
Yep.
But I can cast.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that doesn't make any difference. Yeah, okay, now the question is, where do I move to? Here.
All right, what's the save for these guys?
16 con.
She's,
All right,
she's running
so-
over the hills.
First, Craig and Mike, they get a +3 to this.
I'll roll.
That's a fail. And then Torrance and Tad with a +3 is 11. So I think they both fail.
They do both fail, which means that's 14 damage to both of them.
Nice. That's
Nice. Lovely.
well
That's a good
placed spell. All right,
you could
Which-
you could remove hex too.
Which is kind of an advantage to getting yourself flanked right away.
Yeah,
It's all part of my plan.
Yes, I thought so. I knew it.
everything's
I knew
coming
it.
up air.
I knew it.
All right, the ground rumbles under the Ettin's feet, and they tumble around and take damage as also a concussive blast emerges from the space where air was standing a moment ago.
Something else I should just mention to you in case it matters narratively at some point is that they make it a point of saying that the thunder can be heard up to 300 feet away.
Oh, that's
So
fun.
that might be in a situation where it signals something or, you know.
We're out in the wide open wilderness, so who knows what heard that. All right, and Torrance and Tad are gonna yell out, "Come over here and help me with this one." And it's gonna move here and attack you, Freya. First with the battle axe, that is a 23 to hit. And the battle axe does 5 + 5, 10 points of slashing damage, halved to 5. And then with the Morning Star, natural 1 is gonna miss. And then Craig and Mike are gonna run down here and attack you from behind at advantage. That is still just a 4 + 7 is 11, which I imagine misses you. And with the Morning Star, an 11 + 7 is 18.
Yeah, that hits.
That does hit, so that is gonna be, oops, not 3, 2. 5 + 5 is, once again, 10 points of damage, halved to 5. That brings
But a flesh wound.
us to Potom.
Call that monster attack. Give me a break.
Oh no. Hey Freya, how's your constitution? Saving.
I have a +5. I guess we could. Hey, I'm up for whatever. Bring it.
Okay.
Barbarian Meat Shield for the win.
Well, I don't have a fun, clever name for this one yet. I'll have to do some homework while, but Potom casts Shatter.
Ooh.
Right. It's a 10-foot radius, so it looks like Tad and Torrance and Craig and Mike are all standing within 10 feet of this spot here. Oh, come on. I just want this to work one time. Let me ping.
Yeah, I saw it.
And
Okay.
so, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Definitely.
You gave,
I don't know what that
I heard
means, but
consent. I was
Yeah.
given consent.
You were given consent.
I'm giving consent.
Yeah, to hit him both,
Um,
you're also gonna hit Freya, but that is doable.
Okay. And so here we
What's the save for Shatter?
17.
Ooh.
Con, you said?
It's a constitution save, yep.
All right, Craig and Mike rolled a natural 1. Torrance and Tad rolled a 17 + 3 is 20.
And Freya rolls a 9.
So Craig and Mike and Freya are gonna take full damage.
Oh, that damage could have been better. That's only an 8.
Okay.
What kind of damage is shatter? Do I get hat? I do.
No,
Okay.
that's
Thunder damage.
Okay. So 8.
8 points.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, any movement, Potom?
Yeah, let's go closer.
And then Pando, you're up.
Excellent. I'm going to stay where I am.
We'll tell you, Craig and Mike are looking a little woozy right now. They're in pretty rough shape.
Good, because I have eyes focused on them. I'm gonna throw a flaming sphere.
Ooh.
That's fun.
We got a 9 to hit.
I don't think you
Do I not have to
roll
do
to
that with
hit with
spell?
a flaming sphere.
Oh, good, because it's really powerful. Ready? Here we go.
I think I just need to do an overlay for this.
Okay, so flaming
Circle,
sphere
overlay, and
sphere.
orange.
is 8 on the first one.
So with the flaming sphere, you're gonna place it somewhere. Okay,
Yes.
so where you're placing it right on top of Craig and
I
Mike,
am.
and I believe it's 5 feet across.
It is.
Got it. Okay, so the flaming
And they
sphere
need
appears.
a dexterity 16 to save themselves.
Dexterity 16. All right.
Yeah.
Craig and Mike got a natural 1.
Excellent.
They rolled that
So
a few
they-
times, haven't
Yeah, it's
they?
bad for them.
They have 8 damage, and then as a bonus action, I can move the sphere up to 30 feet. And if I ram it into a creature, they also have to make that same saving throw.
Mhm.
Um,
So you're gonna roll it over to Torrance and Todd,
you know
or
I
Tad, I
am.
mean.
Yeah.
All right, rolls over to Torrance and Tad.
I kinda like
They're-
Torrance and Todd.
They're gonna roll. They rolled an 18.
Then yes,
Dex
because
minus 1 is 17.
they needed a 16,
Okay.
so they were saved.
So they take half damage then, or probably.
Half damage, yes.
Okay, so still roll your damage,
Okay.
and they'll take half. So 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
All right, nice.
And it actually, the way I'm understanding it, it sits there.
Yeah, it sticks around. Hmm.
So
And then every turn it's just there. You can move it
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
play with it. All right, Freya, you're up.
All right,
You've got giants on all sides.
we're gonna bash Torrance and Tad
All right.
just with the same old. Kimba's Talon. 19.
That hits. Sigh, just swing
14,
my
15,
legendary
16.
magical weapon again.
Again,
16
16.
points.
And we'll do it again to him. Oh, there it is, 25.
That hits.
And that's 14, 16.
That's all
gotta be
Torrance
getting
and
a little
Tad
woozy.
have left.
Oh, yeah.
As he falls.
Yay.
And
They're
only Craig notices because Mike is locked in on Pando. Craig goes, Torrance? Tad? Uh-oh.
Oh, Mike's locked in on me because I'm trying to seduce him.
Oh, yeah. It's, in this case,
Like
it's
the-
working.
This is like the one case where.
All right, Air.
You got it. She is a little shaken by her experience.
Near death experiencing.
She's gonna move up here. And she's gonna shoot at Mike.
All right, Eldritch Blast.
You bet.
Do it. Is this her moment to
Maybe.
successfully
Yes.
blast with Eldritch Mike?
Come on,
That hits.
I
That hits.
think it's gonna be.
One.
1 damage.
I get another beam though.
You do? That's true.
27.
Also hits. Wait for it.
7 damage. She's not equipped to really be a.
The good news for you is
Oh!
that was enough. Air
Alright.
finishes
Woo woo!
the Ettins off with the final blow.
Hannah
Wow.
pulls out her fire sphere.
Love that. Well done. All right, very good. So we will end it there with the party having traveled a long way.
Any XP?
Oh, you're gonna get some XP. You're gonna get some XP. Hang on. Hang on. You believe now you're about 1 day's journey from the fishing village. At this point, you can both see and smell the salt air of the coastal region. So when we come back, you'll have one day's travel remaining.
Nice.
For the battle with the Ettins, you receive 550 experience
Yeah, we
points.
did. Oh my god, we're finally next level.
No, I don't think so. I think we're like. just
Holy
under.
crap buckets.
I know, we're just under.
We are what?
Are you seriously? How
Yeah,
close?
we are.
65 points away?
Yeah, we are.
65 points?
Yes.
All right, you've had 11 days of travel. Just level up.
Okay.
You certainly
610, I think
you
it is. that we
certainly
need, right?
accumulated 65 additional
650.
experience points
So now we're at 14,000 even.
through your journeys.
Apply
Ah.
changes. Level
So what you're saying is when I
6.
seduced Mike.
That's
that
when
was
it
worth
really
6.
tips
That's
the scale.
right, it's a really
Everybody
tips
experienced that and immediately leveled up.
That was so.
Holy crap, that worked!
Yeah, that was the lowest combat we've done.
Ever, yeah.
Right? It has been a while since. you've done-
Alex, are you coming home at all for the holidays?